a red hill covered in corpses, and a gray sky. The heavy clouds drifting away announced the end of the battle. We're back. I know this scene. This is a scene I've seen many times already. This is one of the battles Saber experienced. These are the remains of a battleground so familiar to her as she is always victorious. After this, she'll return to her castle, the people will celebrate her victory, and they'll prepare for the next battle. This is her everyday life. This is but one of the 12 great battles she has gone through. That is why she does not bear any memories of the victory, but merely accepts it calmly. I think about such random things. Holds up Spork. That is not a dream. Just a cold truth that can't be changed. From the moment she drew the sword from the stone, she was not human. After becoming a feudal lord like her father, she became a king with many knights. She was called King Arthur, or Arturia, and the girl who had tried to become a knight had her life turned around. No. It is more correct to say that it ended.
Have we already read this?
And we've heard her story before, but I think this is different.
Okay.
At that instant, the girl with childlike features disappeared, and the only existence permitted was that of the King of Knights. She acted as the son of the king. That's because the one to govern many territories and control the knights had to be male. The only ones who knew the king was just a girl were her father and the mages. It does sound familiar.
All this feels very familiar, Jake.
Is it just fate being its normal repetitive self? I mean, this is the latest save, right?
I think so.
Just click on load real quick and see if there's...
Yeah, this is the one that we...
the time on it is like midnight on... So I mean, that's probably... I think that's around where we stopped.
Okay, yeah. Well, 2:19? Was that last week? Yeah. It's been 7 days. Okay.
I don't think we went... I think it was like midnight your time when we stopped. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's right.
God, I feel like we've read this exact... just all of this.
She literally covered herself in steel and sealed that truth for all her life. Why didn't I realize what that meant? Someone placed before everyone managed to keep her identity secret. I don't know what suffering she went through as I'm only watching from a distance. Time passes. These must be her memories of the 10 years she spent as king. There's only one thing common to all of them. Even on the throne. Even in a hallway. Even on the battlefield. In a house with a mouse. No one talked to her. Even the loud round table filled with the knights' tales of bravado falls silent when the king steps in. So that's what it means. She was only idolized. Many knights looked down on Arturia, who looked like a small kid, and they didn't approve of swearing their sword to her. But because she drew out the sword that they could not, they had to obey her, at least in form. They just accepted the disgrace, believing it would pass. Even if she drew the sword, she's just a child. Even with Merlin's help, she'll fail soon enough. When that happens, they need to only take the Holy Sword away from her and reselect the king. That's what most of the knights thought. But the results were different. The knight that just entered adulthood was a king without flaw. She brought peace to the fighting lords and immediately fought off the invading enemies. Of course, it wasn't because of the power of the Holy Sword. The Holy Sword only protects the king. It's the king's power that protects the country. And in that way, she suppressed the knights with results. The protection of the Holy Sword works only against enemy swords. It does not help rule over people's hearts. She worked hard to be an ideal king. And so, the knights had to follow their king. They suppressed their dissatisfaction with the young king as they saw he was perfect. She tried to be an ideal king. Being an ideal king was the condition of their support. There was no room for the human Arturia. The girl determined to be king. A great knight who pulled out the holy sword, who didn't age from that moment on, and one who won 12 great battles. The more perfect she was, the more people kept away from her. The longer she stayed that way, the more isolated she became. That was her true identity. But she still did well. No, she did too well. She defeated her enemies efficiently and minimized the victims in battle. No matter what kind of a war it is, a battle will have victims. So she believed she should make sacrifices before the war to prepare the army to defeat the enemy efficiently. She would exhaust one village to prepare the army, defeat the invaders before they could damage the land, and save 10 villages. That was the solution she came up with as the king, and in truth it was the best policy. But the knights must have been unhappy. For them, only the invaders should die. It was only proper to win without allowing any victims. There's no need to sacrifice one's own territory before a battle. We'll win, so there'll not be any victims. There will not be any victims, so the king's actions are fruitless. That's what they thought. Of course, that was just a fantasy. Once the battle began, the knights did not think about the small villages. It was only natural for them to trample over them, as the small villages are not what they seek to protect. The knights say it's only natural to be destroyed by the invaders, but it's a great sin to destroy them with our own hands. Of course, she knew that. But a king can't allow her personal feelings to affect her decisions. She kills her emotions to make a decision, and the knights suppress their personal feelings to obey. And after many sacrifices and continuing victories, the country became stable. The price of that was a revolt against the king. King Arthur does not understand human feelings. One knight said so and left the castle. It's a ridiculous story. Nobody wanted her to be human, but they revolted against her because she didn't have a human's feelings. The age of chaos continues. The knights who had been dissatisfied with the king for some time became more dissatisfied after that one knight left. They pushed all problems onto her and cornered her. Ruin was in sight. Death if she could not solve all the problems. Even if she did solve them, the result would be the same. But such trivial things are of no concern to a king. Her mind will not change, even if she's abandoned, feared, or betrayed. Probably because she had her mind made up long before. She abandoned her emotions from the moment she decided to pull out the sword. A scene from a few years before. Knights from all over the country gathered to try to pull out the sword in the stone. But nobody could pull it out, and the knights were desperate to choose the most superior king by competing jousting skills. The knights went to the arena and forgot about the sword.
What?
I know we read this. But there's no way that we read this because of the timestamp on the save.
Yeah, I feel like this is slightly different than what we've read before. But
yeah, some parts.
We've definitely been through this, at least partially. Anyway, great reading, Jake. You're doing woohoo!
Thank you. It's like teaching history again. For my 4th time today. It felt much like watching a festival from a distance. In the distance are the brave sounds of the cavalry. The roars of the knights are far away, and there's no one around the stone. What did the girl think before that? Before she realized that an unknown magus was standing behind her. You should think this through before you grab that. It's funny, because no matter how much you read Fate Stay Night, you'll never know that Merlin's hot until you play FGO.
God, he's so hot.
You never imagine him to be hot in this scenario. He says he's not trying to frighten her, but that she should stop. You will not be human once you take hold of the sword. He also said that she would be resented by all humanity and die a miserable death. She could not have been without fear. Because the mages showed her. The end she would face if she took the sword. No. But that just made the girl more determined. She nodded firmly, even when she was shown her future. The mage asks her if she's really fine with that. Many people were smiling. I do not believe it'll be a mistake. She takes the sword. The mage turns his back. A miracle has a price. In exchange, you will lose the thing most important to you. It leaves those prophetic words. That's right. The girl only wanted to protect everyone. But to do so, she had to throw away the emotion of wanting to protect people. Because one cannot protect the country as king if one has human emotions. She accepted it and pulled out the sword. She accepted it and swore to live as the king. So her heart wouldn't change, even if she was abandoned, feared, or betrayed. She threw away her heart. The young girl decided to protect in exchange for it. Who would ever know of such a sublime oath? She chose to fight. No matter what. She still chose to fight. Even if there was inevitable solitary ruin waiting at the end. And the end was this. The Battle of Camlin. One knight usurped the throne while King Arthur was on a campaign. Her country split into two and a war began. In the legend, it said the knights in chivalry were utterly destroyed. She slashed away the knights that once followed her and attacked the land she once protected. The knights who sided with her died and her body was crippled. There was nobody around her. That's normal. Nothing's changed. The only thing in her heart is her pride as the king. She knew of this end. But she still ran through her life because she believed something came of it. She has no regrets. If there's one regret, it's that the country's in ruin. She raises her eyes. She might be able to see the distant castle from this hill. But there's the remains of the battle, a deep forest and a lake she must return to. Yes. The hill she ran through is now a wall she can't climb over. Strength escapes her shoulders. And for the first time, the girl lets go of the holy sword by her own will. And that's the end. It's only natural for the dream to end there. Because that's the end of her memories. So this is one end that cannot be changed. She worked so hard, she was resented, and she was betrayed. No one ever realized that she loved the people more than the country, and she was always the merciless king. She was never rewarded or understood. On the Red Hill of Swords, the solitary girl who was always betrayed is about to face death. I wake up to the sound of the rain.
You're doing great.
Thank you. It's morning. I hold my shaking head and get my body up. It's not 6 yet. The sound of rain from outside isn't that loud. That dream. No, I don't even need to confirm it. That was Saber's past. It was the end of her life that happened a long time ago that can't be changed. Before I realize it, I'm gritting my teeth. It's making a sound. Somehow I'm really angry. Damn it! What was that? Just remembering it makes me mad. Her past, her thinking nothing of it, and me thinking the dream was nothing. I don't like it. I don't know what I don't like about it, but I just don't. I hate it. I don't want that. That life was unfair, no matter how you look at it. Such a life is wrong. She only wished for others, she didn't wish anything for herself in return. She worked so hard, but nobody knew about it. That pisses me off. That's just too unfair to her. That's right. If she worked harder than anybody else, she should be rewarded the most. She has to be rewarded for all the things she's done. But what can be done now? Can I just tell her that she did a good job? Praise her that she was great? Of course not. Such easy words won't fix anything. I know, there's only one answer. That's right. If she's to be rewarded, her life must be repaid. The girl called Arturia has to become happy in proportion to how much she's fought. But what can I do? My train of thought stops there. I don't know how to make people happy. That makes me realize my own distortions. I've been living trying to be a superhero, but all I've been doing is lending people a hand. I believed everyone around me would be happy if I helped others like that. No. I couldn't move forward with pride unless I believed that. Helping someone and saving someone are essentially different. I can't think of a way to reward Saber because I don't know the difference between the two. The breakfast table is the same as always. Saber and Tosca must be adaptable, as they already seem to be used to Ilya's presence. Oh, thank God.
So what are you going to do, Shiro? There are 3 masters left. It's not like the Holy Grail War can go on forever, so you should start acting. And it's pretty pitiful to always give others the initiative.
Tosca's right. My body's fine and Saber's healed. Yesterday should be the last day of rest. You're right, but even if we are to act, it'll be an evening. We'll do the same things as always while the sun's up.
Seriously? Well, I guess it doesn't do any good to walk around randomly when you don't know anything about your opponents. Then you're going to get beaten up by Saber again?
Training with Saber. That's the usual task, and it's natural for a master to prepare for battle.
Rin, we are training. That comment sounded unpleasant.
Well, yeah, I'll get beaten up by Saber in the morning.
Shiro, you put me in a difficult position if you say that as well.
Huh? Sorry, Saber, I wasn't listening.
I'm speaking of how rudely Rin talks. Honestly, what is going on, Shiro? You do not seem well today. Breakfast is a bit smaller than usual as well. Were you in the shed until late last night?
She asks, but Saber's words aren't criticizing. I can feel that Saber believes in me. That's why it's even harder to look at her now. If I do, the image of that hill pops in my head.
Huh, fine. I shall drive some energy into you later. So we will train in the dojo today as well? Is that the plan, Shiro?
Yeah, please. How about you, Ilya?
Oh god. I haven't done my voices in so long.
Me? I'll do the same as yesterday. I don't like getting wet in the rain, so I don't want to go outside.
I see. That's a big help. I want you to stay in the house as much as possible. Going outside is too dangerous.
Yeah, I'll consider staying with you if you cook box lunches like you did yesterday.
Seems Ilya liked the box lunch yesterday.
Everybody likes box lunch.
Yeah, I would like a box lunch right now. I'm a bit embarrassed that she's content with such a thing.
Oops. Oops. Oops.
Okay.
Oops.
But I'm happy if she's happy. If you just scroll up, does it not go backwards?
Oh. So, you know, the more you learn.
VN skill. So I guess it'll be the same as yesterday. Oh. That's not me.
So I guess it'll be the same as yesterday. I have something to research, so I'll be in my room. Come by my room in the afternoon since I need to talk with you. Research? Yep, I think you've realized, but Realta Temple has been strange since yesterday. They've stopped the magical energy collection they've been working so hard on, so it's only natural to assume they're doing something. Well, it seems the master at the Realta Temple is the most troublesome one, so I'll make a familiar and try to find out what's going on inside. Then should you not concentrate on the search? I do not think there is a need to take time off to teach Shiro. Well, that's just how it is. Sorry, but bear with me. He seems unreliable, so I can't just leave him alone. It's fine if he gets killed by the enemy, but if he dies because he messes up his magic, I'll be ashamed as his teacher.
As long as it's not my fault.
That's so funny. Yes, it is just as you say, Rin. There was something wrong with me. I do not know why I would have thought your lessons were unnecessary. The reason's pretty simple, but it's best not to talk about it. Then good luck with your morning training. He's pretty tough, so it's best to beat him to within an inch of his life.
I love that Rin completely understands both of their weird, awkward feelings, and both of them just completely oblivious.
She's like, yeah, it's fine, fam, no worries.
Tuska leaves the living room with an absurd comment. Saber, don't take her too seriously. She's only saying that because you've never beaten her up. I remind her, just in case. I don't know why Saber's so happy, but...
Yes, I know. I know your body better than her.
Flex. She replies like that.
What is wrong? Are you not going to eat, Eliasfield? You have not eaten a third of what you ate yesterday.
No, I just can't eat this. I can't eat spicy food.
I do not think it is that spicy. The spice is very good with this chicken.
It's you.
I'm spicy.
It's funnier that it's mustard.
Oh, it's me that's cranked my volume up. I was like, why is it so loud today?
I don't like mustard. Just eat it for me. I'll eat your strawberries instead.
The mustard's too spicy.
What are you doing, Eliasfield? Hey, return that. You cannot have that. You may have the apple pie if you want something sweet.
Sitting next to each other, the two of them are fighting like close sisters. It's past noon. We three are eating lunch together like yesterday. Oh yeah, the lunch isn't the only thing that's the same as yesterday. The training before this was exactly like yesterday's. No, it was more awkward today. I don't know how to put it, but my heart starts beating hard when I see Saber, and I can't attack her seriously now.
After we had sex.
Saber's also acting strangely. She never used to overlook such openings, but now she waits for me to attack, and for a while we just stared at each other. What's wrong? It's boring if you don't do anything. I renewed my spirits with that and attacked Saber, but the results were the same. After repelling my half-assed attack, she would not counter and let me go. As I wasn't attacked, I would face Saber again and charge again, but she would overlook me again. This strange time ended about 10 minutes ago. At Saber's request, we entered the lunch break, and we're eating lunch now. The menu's the same as yesterday. Sandwich.
Oh, thank God.
But I couldn't just make the same thing as yesterday, so I elaborated on the ingredients, and it seems they really like it. Ilya's in high spirits, and Saber caught her breath, faced with the multicolored sandwiches. I'm just guessing, but I think Saber must have been getting ready. Anyway, it's much louder today than yesterday. It's raining outside, and the floor is cold wood, but I think this feels like a picnic.
Jeez, that is enough, Eliasfield. Your clothes will get dirty like that. That happens because you try to eat in one bite like Shiro. Your mouth is small, so you should eat more slowly.
You're the one who doesn't understand. It's even more impolite to worry about manners at lunch like this. This is a picnic, so acting like this is correct, right, Shiro?
Ilya munches on the sandwich happily. Saber wipes Ilya's mouth.
Oh, hold the phone?
A dentist gifted 5 subs.
I think it's you.
I believe this is, the wee one?
Yeah.
Oh, God. Saber does tickle. God, I can't do the kya. Because it makes you want to be like, kya! Not like a key, like, kya!
That tickles, Saber.
It's a bit surprising. It's not just Saber, as Ilya trusts Saber more than she did yesterday.
I'm surprised. You do not reject me, Eliasfield?
Why? I like being treated kindly. Yeah, if anyone else touches me, I'll kill them, but I'll forgive you since you're pretty.
Mood!
And you're someone to eat lunch with. If you like me, I like you too.
The fuck, Eliasfield?
Ilya says so simply.
I'm a simple girl with simple needs. If you're pretty, you're mine.
Saber looks at Ilya dumbfounded. Ilya's smile was a surprise attack, even for me, who was watching from the side.
What? This isn't fun for you, Saber? Well... I'm having fun. It's raining outside. This place is too simple, and I have none of the things I wanted. But being here is fun. It's much warmer than being alone, right? But you're not having fun?
She must have felt something in Ilya's smile. Saber lets out a deep sigh and stares at the white girl.
You are right. Being like this is fun for me as well.
A clear voice. She smiles in a way I've never seen before. My heart feels warm for some reason. Ah, wholesome. Ah,
It's
that
like
smile was good.
it's when you watch a nice slice of life anime, and you're like, my soul's being put back together.
That smile was for herself. Not a smile from watching over someone's safety, but a smile because she's happy herself.
Shiro, why are you making that face? Did something good happen?
Huh? No, it's nothing. Wait, was I making a strange face?
Yeah, you were. It was like a fatherly face, like you're watching over us from afar. I don't like faces like that.
Nani?
Nani?
I don't understand what she's talking about, but does that mean I was smiling? I see. Well, something good happened, so maybe I was grinning.
Something good?
Yeah, I like the kind of smile you just made. I was just glad I got to see it.
I do not understand. You like such a thing?
Yeah, it seems like I like seeing that kind of expression on you. Saber nods, still not understanding. Then, she must have realized something as she smiles and raises her head.
I see, then it is the other way around.
What do you mean?
I am happier if you are smiling. It is enough for me if you can keep smiling.
Aw,
Everybody loves
can't-
everybody.
I can't look directly at Saber. I bet anyone would overheat if they were smiled at like that. Somehow I calm myself down and sneak a peek at Saber. Saber has returned to eating with a calm face. There's no unease in her expression. There's nothing to worry about, but something's nagging at the back of my head. I'm happier if you're smiling. Yes, with that smile I saw for the first time, she was saying something entirely contradictory. I listened to the rain in Tosaka's room. Today we performed a fake physical examination like yesterday. I just took the medicine Tosaka prepared for me and checked the magic circuit throughout my body. I don't care about that, but I don't want to just sit here doing nothing. She told me not to move for a while to see the results, but I bet I can still talk. Tosaka, may I... I call out to her, still meditating.
Fine. What is it?
It's about Saber. I don't know how I should put this, but... Saying that, I realize I haven't thought this through at all. It's not even, what can I do for Saber? I haven't even thought about what I want to do with Saber.
Haven't we already done a lot of stuff with Saber? Including seeing her magic dragon?
We just penetrated her tunnel to see her magic dragon. Well, I'm just wondering what she wants to do. Come to think of it, she never did anything because she wanted to, right? So...
You don't know what Saber's thinking about?
No, that's not it. I just don't understand why she's so unselfish. Yeah, I don't know what to do about that.
She's a servant, you moron.
She was in life, too.
Oh, I guess that's true. She's the king! Well, you're right. The only thing she's done voluntarily is protecting you. It's only natural for a servant to do that, but it's hard to understand when it's so thorough. But that doesn't mean she's totally unselfish, because Saber is protecting you for her own objectives.
Oh. That's right. I forgot about the reason she became a servant. I see. Saber's goal is to obtain the Holy Grail, so it's not like she has no objectives. And that Holy Grail will grant the wishes of its possessor. So Saber at least has a wish she wants granted. I don't know what it is, but it's a wish she wants granted even if it means becoming a servant. Surely the wish must be to save herself. Yeah, for example. She's here in this time, so she can stay here and live a second life with the power of the Holy Grail. No, rather, she has to go that far to make up for her sad end. Oh, then this is all so easy.
You're weird, suddenly getting all energetic. Was the conversation that exciting?
Yeah, it gave me energy. Yeah, she wouldn't fight so hard unless it was for that. Because Saber has to fight for her own wishes. I nod to myself. Tuska must have been shocked by my reaction.
Emiya-kun, I'm sorry to interrupt while you're so happy, but you're wrong. Saber wouldn't fight for herself. You know that too, right? Saber isn't like that. She doesn't seek the Holy Grail for her own benefit.
What are you basing that on? I can't finish. That's right. Her last moment was a lonely one because she had no wishes for herself. So Saber can't be seeking her own salvation. But still. I wanted to think that, so I distorted her personality for a moment.
You monster.
The conversation stops. As soon as I start to think, the heavy silence will continue.
It's boring, but Archer said the same things as you.
Huh? Archer? You mean that Archer?
Yeah, I asked him what his wish was too. What do you think he said?
It's no good asking me that. I don't know anything about him. As Archer said that we'd eventually become enemies, he made no effort to talk to me or Saber. But still. He was sarcastic a lot, but he wouldn't have a stupid objective.
He'll laugh when you hear this. When I asked him what his wish was he said this. How about world peace? I just burst out laughing. Then he got timid and said, I knew you would laugh. Well, there is no meaning in salvation by the deeds of others. Let's just call this a funny story. I just thought he became a heroic spirit and got summoned by someone like me because that's the way he is.
I see. He didn't look like it, but he was a fine knight.
But don't get me wrong, the Holy Grail will truly grant any wish. Permanent world peace is the worst wish ever. It means there's nothing, right? A world without conflict is dead. If things aren't moving, all they do is rot.
Did you say that to Archer as well?
I did, and he said, that is how the wise think. I feel the same way, but I am still chasing a foolish dream. Well, I asked him if he had any other wishes, and he said something like, I do, but it is not a wish to use the Holy Grail on. I shall let you grant your wish in my place. He was so snobbish, right? I bet he was a skirt chaser when he was alive.
I didn't get that impression of him. So what about it?
Nothing, I just meant that there are all different kinds of servants.
Oh, I see. Well, I think it's a good reference, so it did help me out a bit. Well then, now it's my turn. Wait.
Fuck, I can't figure out who's talking.
I think it's you. Because I talked about Saber first, and so you're talking about Saber as well.
Okay. Well then, now it's my turn. I'm going to talk about Saber as well, though.
Oh yeah, you were saying this morning you wanted to talk to me about something.
Yeah, it's nothing big, but I'm just wondering about it. Do you know the legend of King Arthur?
The Legend of King Arthur. I've had it forced upon me more than enough in the past few days.
Yeah?
I know what most people do. Well, I didn't know that King Arthur was actually a girl.
Yeah, but sex doesn't matter here. Even if King Arthur was a girl, it makes no difference to the legend. If King Arthur hid that fact from everyone around her, she would be treated as a man even if she wasn't one. Fortunately, King Arthur had a magus called Merlin. He was a crossbreed with an incubus, so it must have been a piece of cake for him to disguise King Arthur's sex, or to arrange for a child that should never have been born.
I was gonna ask earlier, I was like, how did Mordred happen? But that makes sense.
Wait, Mordred?
Saber's kid.
Oh, I don't remember all this. I skip all the cutscenes.
Big part of Camelot. Anyway.
King Arthur looking kind of fit. No, she's like 5 feet tall and just murder strong. Is that the kind of girl you're into, Wingless? Can't reach even the bottom shelf in the kitchen.
I mean,
fuck me up, Pappy. Okay, go on.
I said this already.
Oh. What concerns me is the discrepancy between the legend and Saber. Emiya-kun, do you know what Excalibur is?
Why ask now? Excalibur is the symbol of King Arthur. It's a great sword, a gift from the fairies that can cut through anything.
That's what I thought.
For some reason, Tosca acts like she's won. Did I say something strange?
You did, and that means you made the same mistake as King Arthur. If Merlin was here, he'd yell at you for being foolish.
Why? The sword in stone wasn't Excalibur, right? That sword broke. He later received a sword from the Lady of the Lake, and that was Excalibur, right?
Well, it just says turns out Arthur was just slaying dragons with them thighs. Oh no.
No.
Yep, when King Arthur received Excalibur, Merlin asked this question. Your Highness, what do you like better, the sword or the sheath? King Arthur answers without hesitation that he likes the sword, but Merlin scolds him. Please make no mistake here. The sword slashes the enemy, but the sheath protects you. As long as you have the sheath on you, you will spill no blood and take no wounds. You should truly value the sheath, not the sword.
It's the same as the Captain Britain goes through the same moment. Tosca imitates King Arthur and Merlin skillfully.
Nailed it. Thanks.
You're pretty into this. So what are you trying to say?
You don't understand when I've told you this much? In other words, King Arthur is immortal. Excalibur is a perfect noble phantasm, both in offense and defense. So really, Saber should heal right away, even if she gets hurt.
Tosca, Saber's wounds have all been healing.
That's true, but it seems like her healing comes from using a great amount of magical energy. Anyways, it doesn't seem to match the sheath of Excalibur in the legend.
I see. Well, if you say so. Then I have a question. True, always wrap your sword. You say King Arthur is immortal, so then how did he die? The legend ends with King Arthur's death, right?
Huh?
Tosca opens her mouth, dumbfounded. After freezing for a few seconds, she grits her teeth and looks away.
That's right, the sheath of Excalibur was stolen.
Yeah, that's a simple mistake. I forgot about it too, but the fall of King Arthur started when he lost the sheath he should have never lost. That was a fucking sentence.
Woohoo!
So, are you convinced now, Tosca?
Yeah, you can laugh at me if you want.
Huh, she's lying.
Yeah, don't fucking laugh at me, I'll fucking break your neck.
I can tell she intends to axe kick me if I laugh.
Yup.
It's fine if you understand, but why are you worried about it? It should be no concern of yours whether Saber can get hurt or not.
Shut up! I just lost myself thinking she'd be invincible if that was the case. Even if I make mistakes once in a while.
This is hard. Would it be good for her if I correct her and point out that she makes mistakes often, not just once in a while?
Oh, I will kick your teeth in. Do you want to feel true pain?
By the time the sun sets, the rain has stopped. Based on our conversation during breakfast, we should be going out into town to search for other masters after dinner, but I have to find out before that. Saber's intentions. I need to know why she's fighting. But I can't ask her straight on. I have to try to ask her as indirectly as possible. I make my mind up and stand up. Let's go to the living room.
I live in the
I hope I'll be able to...
hell that is clock ticking. Sorry.
I hope I'll be able to penetrate the fortress using the calm before dinner air as a shield.
What does that even mean? I'll penetrate your fortress.
Just hypothetically. What should we do if we win the Holy Grail War?
Oh, let's go around about.
Asking for a friend. So, since I couldn't come up with any good ideas, I asked her directly.
Eh? Huh?
They all give the same response with different expressions.
That was annoying.
I'm talking about after we win. I'm saying what should we do if we win the Holy Grail War?
You don't need to explain the question, but what's wrong? Why are you asking?
Even though they don't nod, it seems like Saber and Ilya have the same question. I guess it was unnatural to abruptly ask. But I have to play ignorant for now. Play it cool, play it cool. Well, it just came to mind. There are only 3 servants left, so it's not that weird to start thinking about it, right? There's not much left now, and the end is near.
Well, you are right. Even you'll start thinking about it in this situation, even though you didn't start this because you wanted to. I bet you're curious about the reward since you're risking your life.
Yeah, I'm curious. Thank God Tosca likes to reason things out. I think one of Tosca's good aspects is to consider anything as a possibility if it sounds reasonable. Well, just in this case, though. So, how about you, Tosca? What will you do if you get the Holy Grail? I ask as naturally as I can.
Is he trying to play it so cool? I don't get it. It's like, so, what's your biggest wish of all time? World peace? Let's see, I only really thought about winning, so there's nothing I wanted the Holy Grail to grant. I'll get it, but I haven't thought about anything after that.
So she's fighting because she doesn't want to lose, huh? Well, I guess so, but I never really thought I'd be right.
Is that the Wii one?
I believe that's Ilya.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm stunned. You seem to be the one thinking the most, but you're actually the one who thinks the least.
Huh, you're one to talk. Then what about you, Eliasfield?
I don't know. I was just told that the Holy Grail is mine, so I shouldn't give it to anyone. Since it's mine to begin with, of course I don't care about it.
Oh, so you're saying the Holy Grail War is more fun than the Holy Grail?
Of course, I only came to win. I don't care who uses the Holy Grail.
Are they the same?
That's what I was about to say.
The two glare at each other silently, and there seems to be a sympathy I can't understand. Saber doesn't say anything. She must not intend to join this conversation. But no matter how much Saber hates it, I must ask her this question now. I kind of understand you two's intention. That's it. I try to nod naturally and... And how about you, Saber? I asked Saber. Saber doesn't answer. They must have realized Saber's acting in a complicated manner as they both stare at her. If I'm counting, there must be about a minute's silence. Jesus.
That is very awkward.
That's such a long time.
I do not need to say this, but it is my duty to obtain the Holy Grail. I do not know how powerful the Holy Grail is, but as long as it is the Holy Grail, I must obtain it. Oh. And of course, I would have my wish granted if it can grant it.
She said it. Without a doubt, Saber said she has her own wish. I see. Then what's your wish? I restrained my pounding heart and asked calmly.
Tell me!
Saber doesn't answer. That's fine, too. If she can't answer, chances are good that her wish is a selfish one. Considering Saber's personality, she would hesitate to speak of a selfish wish. A self-wish, if you will. So, I'd prefer she kept quiet and not tell me a ridiculous wish. Such whining fills my head.
Is that... Is it that hard? Grandfather said the wish of the servants is to be resurrected into this world. Those servants seek the Holy Grail to live a second life. Isn't that the case for you, Saber?
I raise my head at her words. There's no problem if that's Saber's wish. But...
No, I have no interest in a second life. My goal is only to obtain the Holy Grail. I became a servant as a price to obtain the Holy Grail.
I knew that had to be it. I knew the girl who took that oath pulling out the sword would not seek a second life.
Hold on, you became a servant in exchange for obtaining the Holy Grail? You mean the contract when you become a heroic spirit? Yes, in exchange for becoming a servant, I seek the Holy Grail. What? Ooh.
She must be really surprised
Wait,
as she
no, I
yells all
skipped
of it. Oh.
Sorry, yeah, I scrolled way too fast. What? Then you're not a servant summoned to obtain the Holy Grail, but you became a servant by your own will?
She must be really surprised as she yells all this, then tilts her head, not believing her own words.
So
So Saber...
Oh, that's you, sorry.
Saber wasn't summoned because...
My character moved.
Can I go, or...?
No!
So Saber wasn't summoned because she was a heroic spirit, but she joined this battle willingly?
But as long as... Oh... Well, now I don't know. I moved again. Okay, is that me?
I don't know. I think that might be me.
Yeah, I don't think I say geez.
But as long as you're a servant, you're respected as a heroic spirit. So you can't interfere with this world deliberately. Then you're well beyond the servant's rule. No, that's not right. Jeez, hold on. I'll work this out. That probably was right. It's fine.
Oh, okay. Fuck.
This is Saber.
Okay. No, you do not need to do so. What you said is correct. I am different from the other servants. I have yet to become I have yet to become a complete servant.
Not a complete servant? What does that mean? No, more importantly, what does it mean to become a servant? Saber said she agreed to become a servant as a price for obtaining the Holy Grail. Then that means... Hold on. Could it be the servants are forced to fight as the price for obtaining something?
No, that is wrong. From the very beginning, servants are special familiars that exist only for the Holy Grail War. Servant is summoning magic that uses the special characteristics of the heroic spirits. They were originally heroic spirits, so they do not have any rules like, I was given bread, so I have to work. Yeah, the servant system uses heroic spirits, guardian spirits. They're using something that already exists, so there's no price for the masters or the servants to pay. But I've heard that before they become a servant, they need to pay a price to become a heroic spirit. Heroic spirits are guardians of the people, right? It's like they work for people even after they die to prevent the destruction of humanity and so on. So, to become this guardian, a living hero must make a contract with something. This is the contract of the heroic spirits, a ritual to give their existence to the world after they die. The ones who obtain riches from the exchange become heroes, and after they do whatever they want to as heroes and die, they become servants to pay for these riches. So in other words, they go into debt to become a hero and repay the debt when they die by becoming a heroic spirit. We summon servants by stealing the debt liability from the world.
So humans become heroes by contracting with something, and they're summoned as heroic spirits after they die to pay for becoming a hero? Then the conditions of the exchange that Saber made is the Holy Grail. As Saber obtained the Holy Grail in her life, she became a heroic spirit after she died as a price? That's not right. Saber says her objective is to obtain the Holy Grail, but she should have already obtained it because she became a hero in exchange for the Holy Grail.
No, Shiro, I have not yet obtained the Holy Grail. Arturia, King Arthur's wish was to obtain the Holy Grail while she lived. I had to obtain the Holy Grail before I died, so I agreed that I would become a heroic spirit after I died if I could obtain the Holy Grail. As Rin said, humans make a contract with the world to become a hero, receive powers beyond human, and pay for it with life after death. But I did not need the help of the world to become a hero. Fortunately, King Arthur needed no support to become a hero.
She didn't need a support to become a hero. So Saber became a hero by her own powers.
But you're here as a heroic spirit. Does that mean King Arthur requested a different exchange from the world after he became a hero? Yes, I needed the Holy Grail in my final moments. I could not stand not having the Holy Grail. A wish appeared that I needed to have granted. That is why I made the contract of the heroic spirits. That if I could obtain the Holy Grail, I would wield my sword as a heroic spirit after my death.
In her last moment, she wished for the Holy Grail's miracle. I understand how she feels. That bloody hill. A grave of many swords and the many corpses of knights. A lone king whose reign ended in betrayal. Her last moment was too unfair. Even if she had no wish of her own before then, she must have thought that. I can't die here. I didn't want an end like this. So, if she wishes to prolong her life, she shouldn't be embarrassed about it.
I see, so you became able to obtain the Holy Grail by selling yourself off after death. But Saber, your condition was to obtain the Holy Grail while you were alive, right? Then... Yes, I could not complete my search for the Holy Grail while I was alive. I, King Arthur, could not obtain the Holy Grail even at the very end. But the contract cannot be completed like that. For the world to obtain me as a servant, it must grant the Holy Grail while King Arthur is alive. So... King Arthur will not die until she obtains the Holy Grail. No, King Arthur cannot die. Then you're... Yes, time stopped for me, King Arthur, at the moment of death. According to the timeline, I should be already dead, but it will not be able to fulfill the contract that way. King Arthur is summoned as a servant and must die after she obtains the Holy Grail. This is written, right?
I think
so. So time itself isn't stopped, but you're stopped in time, huh? It doesn't matter how many times you repeat the fight as a servant, because the result of obtaining the Holy Grail and fulfilling your contract is determined, so... That is correct. Eventually I will obtain the Holy Grail and fulfill the contract. That is why I can be summoned into many ages before I become a heroic spirit, on the condition that my becoming a heroic spirit is already determined. Not only the Holy Grail in this town, if there is a chance to obtain the Holy Grail, I will be summoned to any battlefield. And when I eventually obtain the Holy Grail and grant my wish, my stopped time shall start moving again. King Arthur will face death and become a heroic spirit as a price for obtaining the Holy Grail. So it's like having a dream you can't wake up from right before your death, huh? This Holy Grail War is just one of those dreams for Saber, and you'll only be able to wake up when you obtain the Holy Grail. Rin, you said that Shiro could not turn me into spirit form because he is inexperienced, but that is wrong. I cannot become a spirit because I have not died yet. I am handled differently, but I am still classified as a living being. It was the same in the last Holy Grail War.
Saber says so as if she's apologizing.
Interesting that we bring this up now, Saber.
I guess because she was lying about being stuck in physical form because I was inexperienced. I don't really care about that. There's something more important that I have to ask her. Saber, what do you mean by you're not dead yet? I understand you won't die until you obtain the Holy Grail. From the conversation, I understand that you haven't been alive since the time of King Arthur. But then, what are you right now? You're not a copy of the real body, right?
No, heroic spirits that are summoned are all like copies of the true body, but I have not yet reached that rank. Until I obtain the Holy Grail, I am called in the form of myself about to die. As Rin said, King Arthur is stopped in the River of Time. I must jump forward or backward from that position and return to that stopped point once I obtain the Holy Grail. Oh, thank God, a fucking diagram, dude!
Here's the famous graph!
My brain was so hurty.
I draw a diagram in my head.
Okay. Time axis. Arthur? Arthur dies, and then he's been summoned. Okay, here's you. Okay.
So it's like pulling Arthur from right before Arthur dies.
Right. Because at some point we know she's going to get the Grail.
Yeah, like eventually at some point in present or future.
Okay.
I see. It's pretty simple once I visualize it. King Arthur is stopped at the moment before death. The flow of time doesn't care that she's stopped. It keeps flowing and we're at the present. She jumps to each time as needed and returns to her own time after completing her duty. If she obtains the Holy Grail in one of the times she visits, her time will flow again and she will die, just like the history we know today. Then heroic spirits must exist like this. When they die, they're transferred to a place like a warehouse where time doesn't flow. Throne of Heroes, I don't think they named in this. And they are summoned into various ages and disappear without returning. So that must be what they mean by heroic spirits being a copy. It's like a clone made from their DNA. The heroic spirit that has complete abilities and memories of when it was alive will appear in this world and learn many things, but it's useless. They have no way to return to the main body, but merely disappear. So no matter how many times they're summoned in the same age, there will be no inconsistencies in their memories. I assume the ones that became heroic spirits will not change anymore. Even if they obtain new knowledge, the self that learns it will just disappear once the duty's complete. In that regard, Saber isn't a complete servant. Because Saber returns to her own time even after she's summoned. To the self that's about to die on that bloody hill.
So does that mean she doesn't keep her memories, or she does?
No, she does, because all the other servants are like copies that kind of just disperse into the ether. But because Saber always, she is the real body, and she always goes back, she keeps her memories. She gets
everything. Okay, that makes sense.
Which is why she knows she's been in a war before. Hold on. Then what? You're going to take it back to your time and use it if you obtain the Holy Grail? No, this is probably Rin. Yeah.
Okay. Hold on, then what? You're going to take it back to your time and use it if you obtain the Holy Grail? That's altering the past. Time travel and management of parallel universes is sorcery. There's no way you'll be able to do that. But the Holy Grail allows me to do this. I made a contract that I would become a servant if I can use the Holy Grail. The price being becoming a servant, even if it means the elimination of the person called Arturia.
Saber talks with that much interest. That's strange. Making a wish come true using the Holy Grail, that's fine. But why'd she say Arturia would disappear as a result? What are you talking about? Arturia will disappear when she used the Holy Grail? Don't mess around. Saber, you're... That girl about to die quietly alone on that hill. Not gonna use the Holy Grail to save yourself?
What do you mean, Shiro? My only desire is to save my country from ruin.
What? I can sense that my face is frozen. I should already have realized this, but my mind is spacing out and I feel like throwing up. Why? But still. I forced my question out.
It is obvious. I could not protect my country. I became king to protect the country, but I could not fulfill that duty. I thought at that time that perhaps the sword chose me by mistake.
That's stupid.
No, I always had such doubts that I might not be the right king, that there was another hero who should have been chosen. At that time, when I pulled the sword out, there must have been a suitable king who would have been able to save the country I could not. So if I could redo the selection of the king using the power of the Holy Grail, then...
Then what? Does she mean to say that her country would not have been destroyed if she returned at that time? I feel faint. I'm quickly surpassing mere anger that Saber would seriously wish for such a thing. I guess I'm dumbfounded right now. It's only natural. Saber's wish is not for herself, and on top of that, it means her elimination. The girl in front of me exists because that holy sword was there and because a king pulled it out. Preventing that would mean the girl in front of me would not exist. Let's say she grants her wish using the Holy Grail. The girl Arturia, never becoming king, would live out her days as a knight. But what about the Saber in front of me? As she's a heroic spirit, she'll continue to be summoned to fight after her wish is granted. Since she paid a price to obtain the Holy Grail, Saber will continue to be, even if Arturia doesn't become king. Taken away from the future and from the past. She'll forever be the lonely king dying on that hill. Ridiculous. I can't allow that. There's no salvation there. Even if she did redo everything, there really is a more appropriate king and her country lasts longer as a result, and even if she is saved, it's a lie. Even if everyone around her becomes happy, the 10 years she fought can't just disappear. No, you can't do that. You can't redo things, and it's useless even to try.
Shiro.
Don't use the Holy Grail for such a thing. You're going to obtain the Holy Grail by fighting yourself, right? So you should use that miracle for your own sake.
As I have told you, I will be using it for myself. I, Arturia, must fulfill her duty as king.
So why don't you understand? You've already fulfilled more than your duty. You fought that much already. You didn't give up even when you were betrayed or feared. You didn't let go of your sword until the very end on that hill. So why? Why do you have to keep such promises even after you die? Saber's astonished.
Oh.
It's too late to regret what I've said. I shouldn't have admitted that I see Saber's past in my dreams. A heavy silence. There are no words to give her, nor any words to reply. I can sense that anything I say will backfire in this situation. But still, I can't just stay silent. Saber, I just don't like it when people aren't rewarded for their hard work. It's meaningless that way, and it's just too unfair. I know it's a childish ideal, but I want to believe that people will get happier the more they work for it. I won't lose to other masters. I'll obtain the Holy Grail for sure. So please, grant your own wish. If you do, I'll actually be able to find some meaning in this stupid war.
The power of love.
That's the conclusion I've reached. I don't know what the Holy Grail is, nor if it's right to obtain it. But if Saber will be saved even a little, I'll be able to try with all my power. The loud bell rings out and the house falls into darkness.
Fuck.
The surrounding air changes immediately.
Okay, I have to pee.
Even though the lights suddenly went off, nobody says a thing and tries to feel the surroundings. The loud ring stops and the living room's silent. But the sound of light things rubbing against each other can be heard in the distance.
It's fucking creepy. Was that alarm the boundary field on this house?
I nod silently. The sound is the same as when Lancer intruded. Then this must be. The sounds are increasing and coming closer. A strange sound. It reminds me of bugs crawling around a light trap. This living room is the only place free of the sound. It hasn't even been a minute yet since the lights went out, but the living room's surrounded by this unknown sound. An enemy? But even for a servant, there's too many of them. I'm a magus too, even if I'm a bad one. I can sense that many sources of magical energy surround this place. Skimming quickly, I can at least count 20. I just remembered. Okay. But they're strangely light.
Oh, do you remember what this is?
I just could not remember this scene for the life of me, but I just remembered the whole concept. I don't feel any human will. The things making the sounds are like empty puppets.
Oh, so they did come. They were running away all this time, but they come out as soon as Berserker is gone. Really, this servant is a schemer.
Oh. Unlike the three of us who are tense, Ilya's strangely calm.
Oh, God, I don't like that.
You can tell, Ilya?
Of course, I can sense any servant. The one outside is Caster, and there are lots of other things out there, too. Oh, they're just cheap golems bound by dragon's teeth.
Ilya says simply. And the sound stops at the same time. I take the wooden sword I keep in the living room. Tosca and Saber seem to be waiting for me to make a move.
Oh, no.
Savey Davy. Time to eat some popcorn.
Oh, I feel like I've died in this scene before. I'm
What about
replaying the death sequence in my head, so I'll let you choose.
Well, my gut instinct is to let Saber do her thing, but the last time we let Saber do her thing, we got fucking murdered.
That was like on top of a skyscraper, though. We're like protecting other people this time.
Yeah. I feel like it's the top one. TBH.
Yep. I'm fine with whatever you choose. You saved, right?
I did save.
Okay. Just pick the bottom one?
No.
Oh, no. Okay. They just looked like on the
Are
screen.
you fucking high? Oh my god, don't scare me.
It just... I'll let Saber take care of Caster.
Listen, man. I'll fucking fist fight you.
There are no servants left that can beat Saber. Most importantly, Saber has a huge advantage over Caster. Saber has strong magic resistance, so she's the ultimate natural enemy of Caster, a Magus. Saber, can you go?
Uh-oh. I have popcorn in my mouth. Yes, I should go alone if it is Caster.
Just too much confidence. I'm afraid. Alright, we'll defend this place. You can concentrate on beating Caster. I hear a strange sound.
Don't like that.
Is it the sound of Saber slashing away Caster's familiars in the hallway?
They're increasing 20, 30, 40. Hey, even if they're weak, that's too many.
It's no problem at all. There's no way some fake dragon warrior will be able to beat the incarnation of the dragon. Even 100 of them would be no match for Saber.
The sound moves off into the distance. Perhaps they were slashed away by Saber, but the presence around this place is lessening. As Ilya said, it seems Caster's familiars can't stop Saber. They must not be entering the living room because they have their hands full of Saber.
Just like her, Saber found Caster. Caster is quickly gathering all her familiars back to her, but I guess this is it.
If Ilya's words are true, the battle will end soon.
Oh yeah, we're totally fucking dead, dude.
Yeah, we're dead. We're dead as shit. Saber won't lose in a one-on-one fight.
I'm just real fucking confident right about now.
You don't perhaps remember what Caster's Noble Phantasm is, do you?
I don't remember shit.
Alright. As Saber has no need to protect us, she should slash Caster away easily.
You look depressed. You seem unhappy even though this battle's almost at an end.
You too, Tosca. You look like you don't like this.
Yeah, everything's going too well. Even if Saber's much stronger than Caster expected, I wonder if Caster would come and attack us without a backup plan.
That's right. Caster came to this mansion willingly. If Caster knew a master was here, Caster should also know which servant's here. Saber, her natural enemy, is here.
We're gonna die.
If Caster comes to attack here in spite of that, that would mean... Oh fuck, oh shit. The sound stopped. Ilya, what happened to Caster's presence?
It disappeared. The familiars are still there, but the only servant remaining is Saber.
The familiars are still there? Shiro, your hand!
Huh?
Oh, fucking shit.
Oh, we're dead. We're dead. We're so dead. We're so dead. Our command seals are gone as shit. I look at my left hand.
God, I fucking knew it, dude. Every time they're like, don't fight for your sir, let her do her hero things. You can't fight because you're a bitch. And then they're like, why aren't you fighting with her? And you're like, what? You taught me. You told me for like 15 hours not to follow her.
People are allowed to be wrong.
Ah!
I look at my left hand. What does it mean? The proof of the contract, the command spell has disappeared. Oh, Saber's about to fucking kill us.
Shiro, did you use your command spell?
No, I didn't use it. What's going on? Saber should have defeated Caster with no problems. So why did my command spell disappear? No, the disappearance of the command spell doesn't mean the end of the contract, so I shouldn't panic too much. The command spell is there to control disobedient servants. I never needed it with Saber. So even if it goes away, Saber and I will do just fine.
Move your toes up, buddy.
Saber's coming back. She'll be here soon.
What are they doing? Saber's coming back, so why do they have to be on guard like that? The door opens. Saber enters and steps in, holding her chest in pain. Saber! I run to her.
Hold on, Shiro.
I can't hear Tosuka's warning. My only concern is Saber in pain. Oh, you alright, Saber? Where?
No, run, Shiro! Saber, stop!
I'm slashed from my left shoulder to the waist in a single blow.
God damn it.
The brilliant slash numbs the pain, and that mysterious healing power doesn't work against Saber's sword. Saber.
Where's your blood?
My consciousness fades away. Before I die, eclipsing my fear of death is the question of why Saber killed me. At least that was a fast one.
Yeah, not when it like keeps us dragging on for like 15 minutes and we're like, are we dead? Are we
Tiger Dojo, Tiger
dead?
Dojo.
We don't have to go to the dojo.
It's funny, it's content.
Tough.
Little Saber drawing. Look how embarrassed she is.
Is he like wearing pants?
Yeah, it's just a little gym outfit.
Oops.
Good evening, everyone. This is the Q&A session to help Shiro when he dies easily from a simple mistake. The Tiger Dojo.
Well, the cause of death this time is... I guess the lesson is that you shouldn't let your guard down no matter how dominant your position is. You're a master, so you should control Saber's recklessness.
Huh? That's wrong. Saber's the one at fault this time, right? Falling for Castor's trap proves that she's not concentrating. I bet she was self-conscious around Shiro and tried to show off, but she ended up killing Shiro herself. Geez, her class has fallen.
Oh. What is that laugh?
Ow, 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 ow.
I don't know if that's laughing.
What is that? What is that? Oh, the blood's still on your face. Oops.
They say she's the most powerful, but she hasn't had that many wins, so she's small and lacking in charm as a lady. Doesn't she seem like a gluttonous power character?
Ilya-chan, stop. Saber-chan regrets this. As a samurai, it's not good to be rubbing salt into a wound.
I see. Bushido is all about sympathy and no love. I guess it can't be helped. I'll overlook her clumsiness this time. But you do have to keep a leash on Saber, because if you don't do that, it's in the in the other dead ends.
Beg your pardon?
Ouch, Master, why the corporal punishment?
That kind of talk isn't permitted. Spoilers aren't good, and you mustn't anger Saber-chan too much. She can get scary if she gets really pissed off. Somebody almost died after making fun of her.
Oh, you mean in day 13, right? That was fun. Hey, Taiga, did you just hear a growling noise?
I don't hear anything. Ah! A rival appears!
Yeah! What is that? Something weird is riding on something weird.
Oh my god.
Jesus. They just fucking ate her.
What?
They said not to piss Saber off.
What did we just watch?
I love the Tiger Dojo. The Tiger Dojo should never be skipped.
I'll accept that was funny.
I go out with Saber. It's clear who the enemy is. If the enemy servant, if Caster's attacking with troops, there's only one thing to do. It's no good just staying here. Saber, come with me. Tosca, protect Ilya.
What? No, I don't want to look after Rin.
I don't like it either, but you said you'd listen to what Shiro says, so obey him politely.
I don't care. I'll be more helpful than Saber.
Tosca binds Ilya's arm behind her back and puts her hand over Ilya's mouth.
We're gonna shut up today?
Ilya continues to throw out insults.
I know, I'll protect Ilya. You two go and get Caster while I do so.
I'm depending on you, but don't work too hard. Think more about escaping than beating the enemy. Tosca nods back, telling me I don't even need to say it. Turning my back on Tosca, I hurry out to the hallway, leading to the porch.
Saber. I know, I will protect Shiro.
Nodding back to Tosca, Saber follows me. In that moment, I doubt my own eyes.
I don't like that.
Well, Scallies. A sword is swung down on me. An unavoidable strike attacks me, aiming for my open head. I avoid it by twisting my body and parrying instantly with my wooden sword. Fucking strengthen it or something, right? You can't just be using a wooden sword. I can't believe it myself. My body reacted as soon as my mind understood I was going to die. It attacks me the second time without hesitation. A smooth, mechanical movement. A wasteless, accurate attack. But that's all. It's just accurate, it's not refined nor scary. The attack looks foolish compared to those of Saber, and it feels like the touch of a feather compared to Berserkers. I repel the attack with my back to the wall. And in the space I retreated through, Saber's lightning strike smashes down.
Shiro, are you alright?
As you can see, I was scared, but I made it.
Play it cool! Do not say you made it. You must follow me in a situation like this. Please be cautious from now on.
Saber scolds my carelessness. She's right, but I just didn't want to be following after her.
Shiro, are you listening to me?
Yeah, I'm listening, but what was that? There's nothing in the hallway. A strange thing that was blown away by Saber's attack has vanished like an illusion.
As Iliasfeel said, they are warriors made by using a monster's body as a catalyst. It seems more like a golem than an automaton, but the quality is low. There should be no problem even if we are surrounded by such things.
Where were they hiding? No, when did they get this far in? Those things, like bad building blocks, are gathering with spider-like movements.
Don't like that.
And on top of that, they aren't the only presence I feel. Many more bones are surrounding this mansion.
Shiro, to your side.
I jump away from the wall instantly. Damn! I slash at the bones, sliding up on... Sidling? Sidling up on me?
Yep, they're sidling up.
Oh, okay, as bones do.
As they, there's just, yeah, as bones tend to do.
After that, Saber smashes away the bones to protect my back. The bones move in with loose movements and all attack in the same way. It's not hard to repel them, but the house gets destroyed by every attack.
Not the house.
And I only have a wooden sword. Yeah, dumbass, fix it. Oh. Even with the strengthening magic on it, it won't last too much longer. And I don't want to think about it, but the number of these bone creatures might be infinite. We might continue the skirmish until we collapse. Damn, where the hell are they coming from? I complained with my back to Saber. Not many bone creatures are coming for me. They must be coming from inside the house as well, but most of them are coming in from the yard. Saber's slashing away the ones coming in from there. Their goal is the living room. As Ilya and Tosca are in the living room, Saber is busy dealing with the ones heading there. Saber readies her sword again. Maybe there's no need to hide it now, but the golden sword is trying to show its true power. Oh, hold on, Saber. Don't use Excalibur. I don't care if my house gets blown away. Well, I do mind. But there are other houses around here. You know what'll happen if you use it here. I yell while parrying away bones in front of me.
I will obey if it is your order, but it is too troublesome to face such a great number of enemies. We shall be put in danger if we do not sweep them all away.
I know, they're like familiars, right? Then we'll get the whole army if we get the one controlling them. Saber, can you search for Castor's presence?
I do not even need to search. Castor is out in the yard. It seems Castor is luring us as the presence is not concealed.
I don't care. Let's fall for the temptation. We'll tire out first if we continue like this.
I do not mind, then we shall go to attack Castor.
They're just having this conversation.
Yeah, we're just standing around smacking bodies.
The yard's right there. If Castor's in the yard, it shouldn't be too hard to get there. That means losing the defense. It's fine now since Saber's here, but the defense holding the bone creatures off will go away once Saber goes out to the yard. I should... I think this one's easier. I feel pretty strongly and believe in Tosca.
Oh, yeah. Yes. I believe
We know what
Tosca.
happens if we let Saber take care of Castor.
Yeah, we have to stay with Saber.
And like, you should trust your friends.
Yeah, Tosca's a big, strong lady with gems.
Oh, didn't she use all of them against Berserker, though? Ilya's also very strong.
Yeah, Ilya, she's gonna be protecting Rin. It is the other way around.
The sound of glass breaking. I hear sounds of fighting in the living room.
Shiro, please give me an order. There is no time to be indecisive.
I know. Either way, we're making the situation worse by delaying the decision. We'll get Castor. I told Tosca to take care of Ilya.
Then let us go, Master. I will entrust you with my back.
She runs, smashing away the swarming bone creatures. The bone warriors vanish without even being able to approach Saber. Are they like snowflakes? There's so many scattering bones, I feel like I'm in a snowstorm.
Snow bones? Could you imagine if it was just snowing bones? What?
I would die.
What is this analogy?
Accept death.
Yeah, I choose death.
Man. She told me I'd have her back, but there's no need to protect her like this. She more than makes me realize how great a swordsman she is. Saber charges without doubt. The foundation for all these bones. To defeat the unseen sixth servant that has invaded this mansion. Saber stops. The swarming warriors can't be seen anymore. This must be the end. Is someone standing there? A distorted figure. The figure wearing some kind of robe can't be seen, as if only that spot is smudged in black. A black shadow. I'm assaulted by an unknown unease the instant I look at it.
You're Caster.
Oh shit, you're right. Oh fuck, I didn't even think about this.
She was your hot lady
Sultry.
voice. You did so
Which-
good. She killed us before.
So you are Saber. I see. You're certainly capable of defeating Berserker. My troops would not even slow you down. The figure snickers. That was dumb. The thing in black is the master of the bone creature, his servant caster.
No, you did great.
But no master? I don't see any sign of a master near the figure. Is caster the same as Lancer, the type to take action away from their master? You. Is your contract gone?
Oops.
Fuck.
We should have just scrolled. No!
Saber asks unpleasantly. Yes, he was not a suitable master for me, so I made him disappear. I don't know what kind of expression the black robe is making. But Caster answers in a cold voice.
We really never met Caster's master?
No, we have no idea who he is at this point.
You think that first line is me? Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Master killer. Then your master is...
Already dead, but there's no problem with that, Saber. We are soul leaders, correct? There's an abundance of magical energy sources. All that remains is, yes, if I obtain the Holy Grail, there'll be no more worries for me.
Me? Okay.
Yeah.
So you wish for revival into this world as well? I do not know which heroic spirit you are, but you threw away your pride for that?
Oh, so you do not feel that working for humans is throwing away your pride? I just could not stand that. I do not wish to be anyone's servant, so I just became the user. You have no grounds to criticize me.
I would assume so. I also have no interest in your ill acts.
Saber's body inclines a little. There's only about 10 meters to Caster. Saber should be able to close in on Caster in under one breath and slash Caster away. How dangerous. I tried to come in and talk, but you act like there's nothing to talk about. I went easy on you, you know.
I have nothing to talk to you about. Die here in grace.
Saber intends to kill Caster. I won't oppose. I can only smell blood on Caster. I bet what Caster said about killing her master is true. This raid was also intended to kill everyone here. So there's no reason to stop Saber. First of all, Caster won't even be a match for Saber. I can sense Caster's ability. Caster's the weakest when it comes to one-on-one combat. In this situation, Caster can do nothing but fall to Saber. Don't do it, Saber. But I can't shake off this strange unease. This isn't like the hopeless premonition of death like with Berserker. It must be physiological hatred or an alarm against something bad. My left hand throbs as if to tell me that Saber shouldn't go near that thing. I hesitated too long. Saber jumps and sprints to the black shadow. The distorted shadow smiles. Caster doesn't seem to be panicking about the approaching Saber.
Good luck with that one, boy.
You thought the German was hard.
I thought the German was hard. Oh, boy.
I don't even think those are like consistent letters of an alphabet.
You
I think that's like ancient text.
Would you like to moan into the microphone? Yeah, basically. Yeah, killed it. 14 out of 10.
No, see, I don't think that's Greek, though. I know that she is, but I don't think those are consistently Greek letters. They might be. I could be wrong. I don't know every Greek letter. Caster says something in a language I can't hear, and casts something that appeals to the brain more than words. The world distorts in that instant. No, the density of the air changes only around Saber. What? A huge impact. The ground sinks, and it seems like something large came crashing down on the Saber. No way! Casting magic without any actions? No, there was a murmur like a spell. Spells can indeed be shortened. The easier the magic, the shorter one can reduce the spell to change the self. But what's occurring before me is a great magic. No mages can express that in one word. Even if it is possible, they'd have to prepare a catalyst beforehand like Tosca does. But still, Caster executed great magic with just one murmur. Caster isn't just on a different level. If that was Caster's magic, that figures no mere mages. Saber! Saber's frozen on the spot. Her leg froze as it kicked off the ground. She's bound in space right now. No, the air surrounding her is transformed into something like clear gelatin. Gross.
I don't like that.
Even if I try to approach her, I'm pushed away by an invisible soft membrane.
Don't like that either.
It seems that this is only around Saber, but as long as her feet aren't on the ground, Saber can't move. I guess you took me too lightly, Saber. I do not know how good the Magi in your age were, but I have lived in the age of gods. My magic must look like sorcery for Magi in these times. A laugh comes from the black robe. Saber's still bound in space.
I see. So this is really all you are capable of, Caster.
She spits those words out. Magic resistance? It repels even my magic? The black robe retreats. After canceling Caster's magic in an instant, Saber dashes with lightning speed. But
We've got a lot of decisions to make today. Shit.
yeah. I think we still don't let Saber rush her because of those bad feels.
I don't know. I'm feeling kind of cocky. I'm feeling kind of big dick after Saber was like, "This is all you got, bitch." But
yeah,
also,
but we've seen Saber get wrecked by her once.
Fine.
Saber raises her sword. She's already within striking distance. No, don't do it, Saber. But I run to Saber as if driven by the pulse of my heart.
What?
Saber suddenly stops. It's not that Caster did something. Saber felt something from Caster and stopped herself.
You.
Saber instantly tries to dodge it. But Caster must have hidden something in the ground. His hands of bone burst out of the ground and grasp Saber's feet.
Swear to God, if you were wrong, Jake, I am going to beat your ass!
I was not expecting you to have instinctive foresight, but this is it, Saber. A blade emerges from Caster's black robe. It's a weirdly shaped dagger. It's thin and brittle, a blade not suitable for killing. Saber detests this blade, and Caster swings it as this is her chance of victory. Saber must be surprised, getting her feet grabbed from the ground. She does not even repel the dagger and takes it in astonishment. Are you fucking kidding me? How is this? Clearly attacking her was the wrong idea. Saber stopped herself.
I fucking told your ass.
That doesn't make any sense.
I told you.
What?
She didn't stop herself. We told her to stop.
No, it said that Saber's own instinct made herself stop.
Yeah, but it's because we chose to make her stop.
But she also felt it, and they talked about her premonition.
Yeah, but what happens is that if we chose the other route, she would have just fucking Chad moded into what's-her-face and killed her.
But clearly the premonition and the instinct says she should have stopped.
Nope, it doesn't count. I was right. We should have gone Chad mode.
Wait, hold on. Wait, this is Caster saying what? I can hear Caster's voice behind me. I can't see what the robe's expression is like. All I could do is stand in front of Saber and take the blade in her place.
Oh, this shit again! Here's your blood.
God. Oh. But it wasn't a good job. I got stabbed. I didn't have enough confidence to block Caster's dagger straight on. So I figured out it would be more certain if I covered Saber, and I held her in my arms as if to hide her. As a result, Caster's dagger wrenched open my back.
Fucking nice. Got him, dude.
I think this is the right choice. Gah. I stopped myself from crying because of the pain and strengthened my grip on Saber.
Shiro?
I can't tell what words are being said beside my ear. Get away! Saber, go back! Before I can tell her to jump away, Saber must have understood. My body moves. Saber jumps back to shake off the hands coming from the ground, and I'm carried with her.
Shiro, your wound.
Saber's voice is urgent. Even though she laid me on the ground softly, the pain in my back just increases. It's like having my back cut with scissors, then having lead driven into it. From this pain, it feels like a cell phone's being pushed in the wound. A cell phone?
She said what she said. Shiro, please hold on. Shiro!
I guess she's not panicking. But the loud voice, rare for Saber, makes me rather calm. Hey, I can hear you even if you don't shout. This just hurts, so it's nothing. Take care of Caster instead. Nodding my head, I point at where Caster should be.
Yes, I will finish things right away. Please hold on for a little while.
Saber faces Caster once again.
So that is your noble phantasm, Caster.
Saber's voice sounds threatening. The dark shadow clucks her tongue in irritation and raises the warp dagger in her hand. Yes, it is blunt as you can see, and it cannot even kill one person. But as you have sensed, it is a magical charm said to be almighty in one aspect. If you do not wish to touch it, I suggest you not come near me, Saber. Even though she says so, I can sense less composure in Caster than before. Even as powerful as Caster is, as long as she uses magic, she won't be able to hurt Saber. No matter what kind of a noble phantasm that dagger is, it won't do any good against Saber now. You should be able to beat her without a problem now. I order her, gritting my teeth. Oh, is that fine, Saber? You can certainly corner me, Saber, but who will protect that man while you do so? I do not think I need to say this, but you are the only one that is immune to my magic. Can you not guess what I will do to that boy if I am cornered?
You.
Saber says from the bottom of her lungs. The sound of the bones increases. Bone sounds intensify. They surround us.
Click, 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 click.
The bone snow?
Damn. I made a mistake. No, you didn't. I don't believe you. Even if I could save Saber, it's pointless if I'm hurt like this. I'll only be a burden like this. If it was just Saber, Castor wouldn't even be a match for her.
So you said you came here to talk, Castor.
What? Saber!
Please do not say anything, Master. This is the right choice for now.
Saber lowers her sword. I think I hear Castor laugh amidst the surrounding sounds of bones.
I shall listen to you, Castor. I may let you go depending on your conditions.
Are you sane? I hold your lives in my hands. If you act so boldly, I might just crush you.
I don't know, I might let Castor crush me out of joy.
Oh, honestly?
You know, I don't know. Do not get me wrong. All you have is my master's life, not mine. But if you assault that, I will not hold back. If you were to kill my master, I will be sure to defeat you with everything I have before I disappear.
The air freezes. Even the bones around Castor are cowed by Saber's words. Oh shit, she's not fucking around. Fine, I will not do anything to that boy. My target was you to begin with. There's nothing wrong with releasing a master or two.
I was your target to begin with?
Right, there's no reason to ignore a hero that can even defeat Berserker. The only remaining servants are me, you, and Lancer. If you become my ally, Lancer is nothing.
3 are left? Then Assassin is already defeated?
Who knows? He's not here anymore, so I assume he was defeated. It is only natural for a servant who cannot protect their master to disappear. Assassin was beaten?
That guy was so hot.
Then the master Realta Temple is no more? I didn't even know his identity. If that means another master has disappeared. The only remaining servants are Saber, Castor, and Lancer, who's not shown himself since that first night. Thank God, because he is the hardest voice on my throat. This is the only useful talk I will engage in. All I want is your noble phantasm. Give me your sword if you do not want your master killed.
That is useless. I am the only one able to use this sword. A heroic spirit must surely know that only the possessor of a noble phantasm may use it.
Oh, you are right. In that case, I'll just have to obtain you as well.
Excuse me?
However superior the knight, I can persuade it to be on my side, and more than anything, I like you.
Oh no.
It would be fun to control you.
Don't threaten me with a good time.
Castor sounds really delighted. Me too. My lacerated consciousness boils up. I kick the pain in my back aside and get up. Don't be ridiculous. I can't let Saber fall under Castor's control just because of me.
No one else can see your titties but me!
I decided to protect Saber, so I can't stay down with this kind of a wound. I take the wooden sword in my hand and swing at the bone creatures surrounding me.
No, Shiro!
Saber's voice sounds urgent. Oh, if you want to commit suicide, I won't stop you. Castor sounds delighted. The sound of many bones hitting against each other. As if to nullify all of those sounds.
Jesus!
Oh shit! I remember this. All the bone creatures are swept away instantly by a heavy rain of arrows.
Nani?
I stand there dumbfounded. The arrows that showered down like rain have disappeared as if they were an illusion. But it can't be an illusion. The swarming bone creatures do not exist anymore. Who is it? Castor looks up. Saber must have already noticed this guy. Saber's looking up at the thing on top of the wall with surprise.
Oh no, this is me!
It sure is.
Oh no, I don't have any tea! Oh, my voice can't. It's gonna sound just like Shinji. I'm so sorry.
That's fine. It's
My
just
ability to do male voices is very hard.
Oh, I understand that in the reverse. Don't worry. There's something unexpected there. The man with his back to the moon is golden. The man clad in gold is looking down at the yard with a cruel smile. Who? She must have instinctively realized that he has destroyed her troops as Castor raises her voice. The man doesn't answer. No, he hasn't even taken notice of Castor. He is only looking at one person. The Silver Knight beside me. Answer. Answer. I'm asking you who you are. Castor's voice sounds emotional. And with that, the man finally looks at Castor. Castor gasps, stared at that by those red eyes. The man's stare is so cold. That thing isn't treating Castor as human. Even I can tell from here. It's only natural for Castor, who looked into his eyes, to be terrified by that pressure. Why? Why are you getting in my way? She asked in a trembling voice. She must know she'll be swallowed if she doesn't do so. But...
Oh god. That was my moment. I have no reason to name myself to a mongrel. Get out of my sight, you fool.
The man answers with a verdict of death. That was solid. A snap. When I realize the sound is of his fingers snapping, the tragedy's already begun. Many weapons suddenly appear in space and shoot at Castor like a machine gun. Castor raises her arm. Concept of a shield. A film-like glass is created right above Castor. It probably has strength equaling Berserker's body. But was it useless because it was made of glass? Built like a crystal, it can't even block one of the showering weapons and shatters into pieces. A dumbfounded voice. Without showing
it. Do you know whose that was? Did you do it?
No, I maybe it might be Saber. A dumbfounded voice. Without showing any concern for Castor's question, they pierce the black robe. There's no mercy at all. The robe is pierced by lances. As the robe is blown away, more lances pierce it. The sword into her falling body, an arrow into the arm falling to the ground, and the axe into her pained head. Each becomes a deadly guillotine. Survival is impossible. Castor is completely cut apart and dismantled. She now looks like a mountain of red meat.
Oh no!
Jesus Christ. It's obliterated Castor.
We love the meats.
Wind blows. The black robe who lost its master floats away. Floating away. The shredded robe still barely keeps its form. Now it's all that remains of what used to be Castor. I can't say anything. My strained mind just watches the black robe floating miserably in the wind. In that instant,
How insolent. I told you to get out of my sight. It should only be polite to kill yourself quickly.
the Golden Man roars in a voice full of contempt. What? It's not an illusion. The black robe twists like a wave, grows black wings, and tries to fly away. But it's too late. I don't know what the man did. It's just that a crack ran through the night sky. The dislocation in the sky swallows the black robe.
Jesus Christ.
It reminds me of someone getting run over by a steamroller. The black robe falls. Underneath it is Castor, unscathed. There. The storm of swords showers onto her. The scream echoes through the night. The swords multiply in response to the scream, and the scream gets louder in turn. It hurts! Take it out, it hurts! Take it out, please! Castor must have regenerative powers like Saber. She can't die when swords are stabbed into her, so her figure is just too miserable. The rain doesn't stop. The weapons each differ in shape, and none of them are the same. And I don't want to admit it, but each one of those weapons equals the noble phantasms of the servants. No, this cannot be such a ridiculous number. The merciless rain of noble phantasms. Castor struggling under it is just... God, I'm dying? I'm going to die? Die in such a ridiculous fashion? No, this is too funny. No, this is not true. Sorry, neighbor. Sorry, neighbor. And that ends it. With a black mist hiding Castor, the servant disappears. The infinite cycle of torture that I thought would last forever lasted only about 10 seconds in reality. Through it all, Saber stares at the Golden Knight staying on top of the wall.
Huh? It is a great sin for a mere magus to even speak of capturing the King of Knights. It is rightly mine as I am the king. Such a skewering befits a fool pursuing the king's treasure. So, long time no see, Saber. Do you remember the decision I made?
The man says in an intimate manner. Saber doesn't answer, but her glare is different from before.
Why that face? Are you still not ready? It has been 10 years. That should be enough time to decide. Oh well, that's only for me. It must be like yesterday for you. Jeez, what a silly woman, making a man wait.
The man laughs happily. My chest is hurting. Partly from seeing that tragedy. But more than that, I feel sick when that man looks down at Saber with such a ridiculous expression.
So there are more mongrels left.
Commenting unhappily, the man turns to the mansion.
Oh no.
There, on the porch in front of the living room, are Ilya and Tosaka.
What is that?
Ilya's looking up at the man as if she's seen a ghost. Straining her eyes, she shakes her head, saying it's impossible.
No, who are you?
Huh? cannot tell. I am one of the heroic spirits you know so well.
Liar!
Ilya jumps off the porch and glares at the man.
I don't know. I don't know you. A servant I don't know about shouldn't exist.
What? Hold on, Ilya! My call to restrain her comes too late. The cluster of magical energy Ilya releases shoots straight for that man.
She's not fucking around.
A clanging sound. The man didn't do anything. A mirror-like shield appeared in front of him, reflected Ilya's magical energy shot.
Huh?
As she fired the magical energy in anger, there's no way she can react to it. Ilya stands dumbfounded before the magical energy she fired.
That hurts.
She's saved by Tosca, who instantly blocked it.
I see. It is a strange hybrid this time. I assume they have schemed a bit so as not to make the same mistakes as last time.
The man looks at Ilya. A cold stare like the one directed at Saber, a stare prizing a possession.
No. No. No, no, no. I hate you.
Ilya still glares at the man, pinned by Tosca.
I do not care about your circumstances. Open it quickly. You are the fifth one.
The man speaks plainly. What kind of effect does it have?
No.
Ilya shakes violently and faints. That's it. That's all that'll happen. All Tosca and I can do is look up at that man. We both understand. He isn't looking at us. We would just share Caster's fate if we raised our voices. But Saber's different. She's staring at the Gold Knight in a different kind of silence.
Why? Are you still in this world, Archer?
Saber tries to control her voice. Tosca and I can only be shocked by her words.
There need be no reason. The Holy Grail is mine. What is wrong with coming to collect what is mine?
Wait.
That was Saber.
Okay. How foolish. You are not a hero like that. No, first of all... Stop. If you say any more, we will have to fight.
Well, that was my original intention, but I lost interest. This place is too shabby to celebrate our reunion.
Saying so, the man turns away. He turns his back as if saying he has no interest in us.
We shall meet again sometime. My decision has not changed since that time. Be prepared by the time of our next meeting. Jesus Christ, dude.
The man disappears. The tension in the air vanishes, and the yard returns to its usual silence. But that's the only thing that returned. My home is ruined, and Ilya's unconscious. Saber, keeping her back to us, still bears that heavy silence.
Status and weapon screen.
Status and weapons. Another archer.
God, he's the best. You want to do the math on 182 centimeters?
I'll Google it. I'll never make such a fool of myself again. Not even 6 foot.
What a loser!
What a punk.
What is he, like 5'10"?
He's 5.9 feet. He's like very close.
Was it skills and status? What was the other one?
Weapon.
Weapon?
It's probably a rule breaker. Or was it Durandal? Oh, I think it's all of these actually, because he just shot out a bunch of weapons.
Oh.
So yeah, it gives you a fun list. Then these are like Assassin, Rider, Berserker. That's another one that he fired out, I guess.
They're like, cool, now we got other swords and stuff. He's just beating our ass.
His surprise super murder of Caster, like, gets me.
I definitely forgot about that.
Well, it doesn't happen in Unlimited Bladeworks.
Oh, okay, good. I was like,
Yeah.
I have no idea what's happening.
We're like way, way past the Divergent line. Pretty much everything that we've seen doesn't happen in Unlimited Bladeworks.
Good, because my memory feels like I don't know anything.
Yeah, it's because you actually haven't seen it.
I'm like, wow, I don't know shit.
I lay a futon down in the living room and place Ilya on it. Even though she's unconscious, Ilya's face looks calm. There doesn't seem to be anything wrong with her.
Hey, don't look away. The bandage will slide off.
She hits my back. Ow! Tosca, that's no way to treat a wounded guy.
Shut up. I'm treating your wound, so be quiet for a while. Here, raise your right hand. I don't think it's necessary, but I'll put some medicine on it as well.
It's cold.
It's fine if you can feel. Here, we'll wrap this up next.
She skillfully wraps the bandage around my right shoulder. It's past 10. After returning to the living room, Tosca started to treat my wounds. She started, but the wounds have mostly already healed, so all that's left is to treat them just for show.
Done. But you should do. But you sure do have a strange body. Only vampires have bodies with such healing powers. Are you really human?
I think she asked me something similar a while ago. Hey, I'm a normal human being.
I'm a real boy.
I don't even know how this is happening, so I can't give you an answer.
Don't play with me. Would a normal human be up and running after they've had their spinal cord cut? I never asked because it was useful, but it's getting too freaky now. Maybe you're from some place where people can only be killed by decapitation?
The worst part is, Tosca's seriously considering that. She might come after my neck one day with an axe in hand.
Hey, don't you think so too, Saber? I think you're the cause, but it's still too far beyond human. Huh? Shiro's healing power is not his own? Of course not. Do you think someone who only knows strengthening magic could do such high-class magic? His absurdity must come from being connected with you. I can only guess that your healing power is flowing into him. Is that so? I've never felt such a connection. If that were the case, my magical energy should be flowing to Shiro even now. More importantly, my healing power is not as strong as Shiro. Saber, why the sudden pale face?
Saber's staring into space as if she can't hear Tosca. Are they finally gonna tell us?
No, it cannot be.
Shaking her head, Saber looks away. Tosca and I look at each other. Saber's acting strange. No, I know why. Saber's spirit has been low since that Golden Knight appeared.
Well, let's put the matter of Shiro on hold. More importantly, Saber, did you know that gold guy? He was saying you were his.
Saber doesn't answer.
Sure wish he said that about me!
It's obviously something she doesn't want to talk about. But I still want to know. Tosuka's question is mine as well.
At least Shiro's honest with himself. He's like, no, I want to know.
To be fair, this is important tactical information.
It is true. Is this you asking or me asking?
Maybe Saber, tell me if you know. Who was that guy? You called him Archer.
Yes, I do not wish to admit it, but I do know him. But it is impossible. There are only 7 servants. He cannot be summoned.
Servants? So he is a servant. No, that's obvious. But in that case, there's a big problem.
He is of class Archer, of course. He is not the Archer whom Rin made a contract with. His abilities and character are too different.
Abilities aren't that different. I know that too. It only lasted a short while, but I was able to feel how much of a monster he was.
Hold on, that's not right. If he's the servant Archer, that makes 8. 7 should be the limit of the summons in a single period. It's not like they restock when some of them disappear. After all, even the Holy Grail doesn't have the magical energy to summon more than 7. Is that me talking still? Okay, yeah. There are 7 servants because there's that's the basic limit, right? Then how can they summon an 8th? Hold on, Saber, you met him in the previous war? Yes, Rin. On the last day of the previous Holy Grail War, I fought against him in a sea of fire.
Hold up. My body tenses up for an instant. Shira's making connections.
Sorry.
Saber fought him in a sea of fire? It's nothing new. Kotomine already told me the fire was caused by the Holy Grail War. So this shouldn't be a surprise. It's just, I was unconsciously trying to think about it until now.
Do you think that what top one's you or me?
I kind of thought it was Rin.
That's fine. What happened? Did you beat him? No, I did not. No, I could not beat him because You were beaten instead? He's someone you couldn't beat even when you were properly summoned?
Saber hangs her head and doesn't answer.
That's fuck. Dude, don't bring it up.
That pretty much answers her question. Saber couldn't win? Not just the imperfect Saber she is now, but Saber with her full power? Is that even possible? If you look at her skill as a swordsman, Saber certainly is invincible. Admittedly, Saber is the weaker against Berserker. But Saber has that noble phantasm. The noble phantasms of other servants are powerful, but Saber's exceeds even them. I don't think there's any hero she can't beat using her holy sword.
Then there's only one possible explanation. He's not a servant summoned in this war, but a servant that remains from the previous war. It only makes sense when that's true.
My mind stops. It's not that I agree with Tosuka. But what she said matches what I've been hoping for since yesterday.
But that's the only possible explanation. Only 7 servants can be summoned each Holy Grail War. If there are any other servants, they must be the winner of the previous Holy Grail War. Am I wrong?
A heavy silence. But why is she in such a good mood? Tosuka, what are you so happy about?
Of course I'm happy. There's a precedent. I don't know who he is, but he's the guy who won the last Holy Grail War, right? Then he must have obtained the Holy Grail, and he's staying in this world because of its blessing. In other words, he's proof that you can keep your servant in this world if you obtain the Holy Grail. I want to capture him and question him about it.
Yeah, you're right. I don't know who he is, but he's a servant and he's still here after the previous war. That means there's a way for Saber to stay in this world like him.
And be with me forever. Well, we don't know who he is or what his motive is, but I'm sure he's an enemy we'll need to defeat. So Saber, what's his true identity? I do not know. Even at the end, I could not tell who he was. That hero did not have a noble phantasm symbolic of him.
I think this is kind of where we get into Fate Zero not actually fitting into canon super well. There is like a few big retcons about like how they interacted and things.
Gotcha. Okay. Oh, okay. He doesn't have a symbolic noble phantasm? That can't be true. A servant without a noble phantasm can't be a servant. And besides, Yeah, he was using so many. It should be easy to work out his true identity with so many noble phantasms. You just need to identify the appropriate hero for them. Shit. Now I don't know who the fuck is talking.
I think that might have been Ren and this is Saber.
Okay, that makes sense. Then let me ask you, did you recognize any of those noble phantasms? Of course. Let's see.
Tosca ponders. She thinks about it for a minute. But then she tilts her head in confusion.
No way, that's impossible.
What's wrong, Tosca? What's impossible?
I can't believe it. The bloody one was probably Dainsleif, and the one like a sickle was Herpy?
Yeah, I think it's Herpy.
There was one that looked Chinese and another that looked like a Buddha thing.
Tosca looks crazy talking to herself.
Oh, hi, Minerva.
I guess this is what you call digging yourself a hole.
Oops. That one was similar to Saber Sword, but it should be different. It seems like it's from Northern Europe, judging from its simple design. And most forms of demonic swords are from Northern Europe, but...
She starts to grit her teeth. Hey, Tosca? There's no point in leaving her like that. I have to stop her now, or there'll be some damage.
Not her fragile ego.
I don't need to add that I'll be the one damaged. Tosca, come back.
Jeez, be quiet, Shiro. I'm getting confused because you're bothering me.
I'm not trying to disturb you. It's about his noble phantasm, alright? I saw Dainsleif, Herpy, Durandal, Vajra, and Kaladbolg. Oh, and I saw Gaybolg. I couldn't identify the Chinese one, but those are the most famous ones, right?
You're right.
I'm hurt if she makes a face like that.
This Fako thing I'm doing on the side took 32 fucking turns. I want to die.
Jesus. I'm not...
I don't even know what fight I'm at.
No, you just skipped dialogue before I read it.
Oh, shit.
You gotta look at the screen a little bit if you're gonna play Fako on the side.
Minerva needed me, I'm sorry!
I'm not knowledgeable, but it just popped into my head.
I thought it said pooped. But what does that mean? No hero has that many noble phantasms. No, more importantly, the sources are all different. I don't understand it. Yes, that is why I could not tell his true identity. He has an abundance of noble phantasms, the proofs of a hero. I could not narrow down his true identity because he had so many.
The two ponder. Well, there's certainly no way to tell if he has that many. It's like hiding a tree in a forest or something.
Shiro. Oh, Shiro, do you have anything?
She glares at me. Yeah, she's definitely taking it out on me. Have what?
Anything you noticed or guessed? Anything that popped into your head? What we need are unexpected opinions. Only accidents solve a deadlock situation.
She might be right. I see, you're making fun of me, right?
Don't be rude, I just think you're useless. So, do you have anything?
Nothing.
It's fucked.
I give up, honestly. Toska groans in regret.
Then there's only one answer. Saber, don't you think they're all fakes? Nothing else can explain it. I feel the same way, however.
No, they're not fakes.
Wait.
I don't know who said that then.
I have no idea.
Wait, no, maybe it was Shiro, because they're surprised.
Okay.
How did they arrive at that answer? First of all, he wouldn't have been able to pierce Caster with fake noble phantasms.
Oh, what do you base that on, Emiya-kun?
I'm saying those are real. Rather, everything else seems fake.
Huh?
Well, it's just my intuition. It's hard to explain, but those are all real. Blancher's Gate Bolg is real, but I think the Gate Bolg he used is real as well. God, it's harder to explain if she makes a face like that. No, forgetting that. Why did I think that? It's just that all the things he used were noble phantasms. I can feel that. Is it because I used projection against Berserker? I could tell they were real noble phantasms just by looking at them. Conception dwells in superior weapons, and something's missing from weapons that merely imitate them in shape. I realized that when I imitated Saber's sword. By that argument, I think that all the noble phantasms he used were perfect.
Well, putting what Shiro said aside, as we don't know his true identity, his objective is next.
Toska sneaks a glance at Saber.
We already know that he's after the Holy Grail, but there's one other point I'm curious about. Can I ask you directly, Saber?
Man, why did you put on that really evil smile when it comes to this kind of subject?
What do you mean, Rin? You do not need to hold back if you wish to ask me something. Really? Then I'll ask. What do you think of him? From the way he spoke, it seemed like he really has the hots for you. She doesn't know what those words mean?
I'm not following Toska's lead, but I sneak a glance at Saber. Toska's saying it wrong, but it's true he was attached to Saber. No, it wasn't that nice. He saw Saber as his, and only his.
I do not care what he thinks about me, but I remember that he did propose marriage to me in the previous war. Naturally, I deflected it with my sword.
Marriage? You mean... deflected it with your sword? What? What is that servant thinking?
Wow, I don't know if you should be happy in this case, but you don't feel too bad about it, right? He must be happy as a woman to be proposed to even after you became a servant. That is not true. I have no such freedom to begin with. My goal is to obtain the Holy Grail. Honestly, such nonsense irritates me. Really, even if you feel that way, he was pretty into you. His type doesn't care how much they're rejected. You're stubborn too, so he might be a good match for you. Man, right in front of you, dude. Right in front of you.
I don't know what's so funny, but Toska's words are irresponsible. Toska seems to be happy to be talking to Saber about this kind of thing. Saber seems to have no interest, but...
I'm telling
Howdy,
you that-
Bobsies. Sorry.
You're fine. Hi, Bobby. I'm telling you that I have no interest in such a thing. He is certainly a superior, heroic spirit, but his way of thinking is too different from mine.
Saber answers honestly.
Oh, did you hear that, Shiro? Saber has no interest in men. Are you relieved? Rin, I believe that is of no concern to Shiro. Your statement is a little strange. I would think so. That was a mistake on my part, but the strange part is the funny part.
Tosca laughs evilly. Her eyes seem to be laughing not only at Saber, but at me as well.
Absolutely, dude.
It irritates me for some reason, and I stand up.
Huh? Where are you going, Shiro?
Tea. I'm thirsty. I'll get some for everyone while I'm at it. I spit that out and go to the kitchen. Mad. I don't know why, but I'm irritated, so I think I'll prepare extra bitter tea for Tosaka.
He big mad, dude. Then I'll go back to my room. Let's have the complicated talk tomorrow after Ilya wakes up.
After messing a lot with Saber, she drinks the bitter tea and stands up. Yeah, go to sleep. Don't come back.
Yeah, I'll leave the rest to you then.
I don't know what's so funny, but Tosca leaves in a good mood.
What are you going to do, Shiro? You should not push yourself even if your wounds have healed, so I think you should rest for tonight.
Yeah, that's my plan, but I'll watch over Ilya for a bit longer. I'll move her to her room if there doesn't seem to be any problem, and I'll go to bed after that.
I see. Then, oh, fuck. I see. Then I shall accompany you.
Our conversation ends there.
I can read.
It gets really awkward once it's quiet, as Tosca was the loud one. No, awkward isn't the right word. There are things I'm worried about and things I need to say, so my mind's impatient. Come to think of it, what I want to tell her is all in a mess. About the Holy Grail. About her still being alive. Even if she does obtain the Holy Grail, there's no salvation for the girl called Arturia. I don't even need to say why. She has no wish for herself even now. Saber, about what we were discussing before. Our eyes meet. Her awkward eyes seem to know what I'm going to say.
Yes, what is it, Shiro?
She tries to block my question with a calm voice. But I have to tell her. About what we were saying earlier. Tosca said it too, that servants can stay if they obtain the Holy Grail, right? Then...
No, I have no intention of staying here. I will return to my original time once I obtain the Holy Grail.
And you're going to redo the selection of the king? You're going to start everything over and not save yourself on the verge of death?
Right, it is the duty of a king to protect the country. My powers were not enough, so I must at least select an appropriate king in my place.
She asserts it as if it has nothing to do with her. Her words really make me angry. You idiot, wake up! The duty of the king doesn't matter. You're here, so you should do what you want to now. You're strong, right? Then finish this battle quickly, obtain the Holy Grail, and quit being a servant. If you have a wish, don't go to the past and redo everything. If you want to change yourself, don't change the past, but change who you are now. Saber doesn't answer. She gives a small sigh.
You are obstinate, Shiro. I want you to stop bringing this up.
She firmly rejects my opinion.
And it is not as if one can stay if one obtains the Holy Grail. Archer, that servant does not remain at this time because of the Holy Grail. It was impossible for anyone to obtain the Holy Grail in the last war.
Saber, what is that?
It is impossible to obtain what does not exist. On that day when the town was in flames, the Holy Grail was destroyed. By the master who betrayed me, Emiya Kiritsugu.
Dun dun! My vision closes in. I hold my body steady with my hands as it's about to fall. Emiya Kiritsugu?
Yes, he was my master 10 years ago in the previous Holy Grail War. I won to the end and the Holy Grail came into Kiritsugu's hands. Archer and his master still remained, so the Holy Grail War should have been ended by their defeat. But Kiritsugu threw the Holy Grail away. As a result, the town went into flames. That man ordered me to destroy the Holy Grail because servants are the only ones that can touch the Holy Grail. Kiritsugu used his last command spell to force me to destroy the Holy Grail. Servants cannot stay in this world once the Holy Grail disappears. Kiritsugu did not try to keep me here either. My memory ends there. I could not ask him about the betrayal nor settle my match against Archer.
Well, it's not like I never thought about it. Father was a magus. If he lived in this town all his life, he must have been involved in a Holy Grail war. But still. Why didn't you tell me my father was a master, Saber?
Usually a servant does not hold memories of previous summonings. The same hero will not be summoned as a servant again. I am an exception to this rule, so I believed I should not mention this fact to you, Shiro. I did not wish to tell you what kind of master Kiritsugu was.
Why wouldn't you want to tell me?
Shiro, as you have seen my past in your dreams, I also saw your past. I was surprised by your past, but I could not believe how much Kiritsugu had changed. Emiya Kiritsugu is a great person in your memories, but he is not like that in my memories. To state it simply, he was a typical magus. He was only interested in his objectives, and he eliminated everything in his way. I could not see any human emotion in him. He only spoke to me 3 times during the whole war. I do not think I need to tell you when he spoke to me. He was not cruel nor a born killer, but he did not have anything that you would call emotion. Just as he treated me only as a tool, he treated himself only as an object. Kiritsugu killed every emotion and killed every enemy. I do not know what he believed in to make him do so, but he ordered me to destroy the Holy Grail when it was in front of him. To be honest, I have never cursed the command spell or a master who has betrayed me more than I did at that time.
There's some truth in Saber's words. No, they must be all true. Come to think of it, I don't know what Kiritsugu was like before that time 10 years ago. I couldn't guess anything about him before that time, and I saw no need to learn about such things. It doesn't change a thing, even if Kiritsugu was cold-hearted. The man that adopted me was really childlike. So my memory is my only truth. But what hurts my heart is... if Kiritsugu was really a cold person, his last moments were just too empty. I see. Maybe I was able to summon you because I'm his son.
I do not know. Kiritsugu summoned me in a legitimate way. As Kiritsugu's aptitude as a master was high, he was hired by a mage's family with a long history and entered the Holy Grail War. I heard that everything he needed to become a master was provided by that family. They had excavated King Arthur's artifact from Cornwall and gave it to Kiritsugu to use in the Holy Grail War. Kiritsugu used it as a catalyst to summon me. So Kiritsugu himself does not have any factor to summon me, nor is his attribute close to mine. He probably summoned me because of some other factor.
I get it. It's not too surprising that Father used to be a master. What's surprising is that his servant was King Arthur, the one standing in front of me right now. And one more thing. Saber said the Holy Grail was destroyed. Then, isn't this war completely meaningless? I don't get it. You already knew there's no Holy Grail anymore, right? So why'd you decide to take part in this ridiculous battle?
I certainly do not know if the Holy Grail actually exists, but it would be strange for there to be no Holy Grail if I am summoned. Have you forgotten, Shiro? I became a servant to obtain the Holy Grail. To put it another way, I will not be summoned unless the Holy Grail is present.
Ah, well then. The Holy Grail can restore itself even if it's destroyed?
No, the Holy Grail is not something easily replaceable. It would be impossible for a destroyed Holy Grail to be restored.
Then
But it should exist. Servants are summoned since they are drawn to the Holy Grail. Servants would not exist if there was no Holy Grail. That priest said so as well.
priest. Oh, him. The supervisor of the Holy Grail war living in the church. That man that manages the Holy Grail must be able to answer all my questions. The end of the previous war. What happened to the destroyed Holy Grail and to the servant archer? And yes, what did Kiritsugu see at the end of the battle to make him destroy the Holy Grail? I wake up alone. Even if she's recovered, Saber still has to sleep periodically. Saber went to bed right away after that, and I went to bed too to relieve Saber. That was an hour ago. It's past midnight. I'll be able to sneak out without Saber or Tosca finding out now. Oh, is he going to the church? Oh,
Yep.
stupid person. What a stupid... I get that he can't know the things that we know, but like, what a moron.
But like, still leaving without your like, you know, hot gold man is out there. Like, you know, you can't just leave your servant
And even
behind.
just like, you know, if Lancer shows up, you're dead immediately. You're dead in a second.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I go out without making a sound. I thought about using the bicycle, but it'd be a problem if I wake them up by doing so. I guess I'll walk there. Shira's kind of dumb, but we like protagonists with flaws.
That's true. If he did everything perfectly, it would be boring.
Yeah, I like that he's an emotional wreck.
So you're gonna call him an emotional rat?
That too. Like me. There's no one around. Even if it's midnight, the silence is abnormal. The air is frozen. I can't sense life from any of the buildings. On the other hand, I feel a contradictory heat under the road, as if there's a whirlpool of something black. Has something happened in the town the few days I was held at Ilia's place? It feels like ill omens are everywhere. It's not just me. I look up at the mountain in the distance. The Rito Temple, which is far away from the city, just looks like a black lump from here. It's just that. It seems like it's throbbing along with the night wind. Just gonna ignore that.
Oops.
No,
the
not
throbbing
you. I was
wind?
just... yeah, the temple being a throbbing dark blob.
You don't like the throbbing?
No, I just mean that why would Shiro just, like, pass on that? Like, oh, well, that's weird.
Like,
Keeps walking.
Don't want that throbbing.
I crossed the dark river and walked to Shinto. That's right, it's already been 10 days since then. That day. That night I first met Saber and walked on this bridge with Tosca seems like so long ago. I see the church. I've never been to the church. Even though I told Tosca that, I do have a connection to this church. I was supposed to be entrusted to the church and adopted somewhere later. The Emiya household or the church. Come to think of it, it was a big turning point. 10 years ago, all the children in that hospital were orphans, and they were all temporarily entrusted to the church. I was the only one of them adopted from the hospital. That must be why. I felt kind of guilty and unconsciously avoided the church. That's why I told Tosca it was my first time visiting the church on the night 11 days ago. The lights in the church are still on. I don't like that priest, but there's something I need to ask him. Well, let's go. I take a deep breath and go through the heavy doors.
I love this. Jazzing myself up. Let's go.
Priest Kotomine, are you here?
Oh man, should I be Kotomine for you?
Sure. I kind of like the Kotomine voice, but that's gonna be a lot of me talking to myself. Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to do it, do it. I'm like all four ladies at breakfast. You know, live your. I did the
That's
dojo
true.
all by myself. It's fine. I just wanted to offer my services.
No, I can do it. I can do
No,
it.
I'm just gonna play Fake Go on the side. It'll be fine.
Oh, well,
I'm just kidding. I'll do it. I'll do it.
I keep on walking while I call out. I can't sense anyone in the chapel. Even though the lights are on, it's so big and quiet that I feel more afraid than I would in complete darkness. Hey, is anyone here? There's no reply. I can't go in any farther, so maybe I should give up and go home for tonight. I instantly turn toward the sound.
So, is it Emiya Shiro? What are you doing here at this time?
The sudden encounter leaves me speechless.
It is late. I was going to sleep, but your expression suggests that you seek confession here.
Kudomine says so and returns to the door he emerged from.
I don't know why that was so funny to me.
Oh, no, wait, I had something I wanted to ask you.
I know. I will not turn away anyone, even if they come at odd hours.
Even if I want to fucking sleep. So saying, Kodomine opens the door to the back of the chapel.
Follow me. I'm sure it has to do with the Holy Grail War. I cannot have us talk about such bloody subjects here.
That's where we talked about the last time. Kodomine disappears into the back without waiting for my reply.
There doesn't need to be any consistency here.
I've come this far, so I can't go back empty-handed.
Yes, come to this back room with me, child. It is fine. Follow me.
I renew my determination not to be intimidated by Kodomine and follow him. Okay, Shiro can just pop an Excalibur out. Wow, the outside was brilliant, but the inside's exquisite as well. Is this a courtyard? There's a park and passageway that seems too elegant for Kodomine to live in alone.
What are you doing? Come here if you have something to talk about.
The priest turns yet another corner. Damn, he really doesn't wait. It's like the vines where somebody like, your table's right this way, and they just fucking take off. The church is like a small maze, so I have to follow him obediently. It's a modest room made of stone. This inelegant room seems to be Kodomine's.
I am unfortunately out of alcohol. I have nothing to welcome you with, but forgive me.
Kodomine says so while sitting down.
He's a child. Why would you offer him alcohol?
He's a warrior. He's a master.
Oh, my bad.
Is this the faint smell of wine? Is Kodomine just drunk? He must really like it if the smell's lingering in this room.
Oh, follow me this way. I'm sorry I didn't have any drinks for you. I was just going to bed. What? Did you not have something to talk to me about? It is bothersome if you just stand there dumbfounded.
I'm not dumbfounded. I was just surprised by this room, and I'll go home right away once I'm done with my business.
Good. I do not have enough leisure time to socialize with children either. Keep your questions concise.
As expected, I hate this guy. It feels like he can read my mind, and I feel intimidated when I talk to him.
So what is it that you want to talk about, Emiya Shiro? I believe I have already told you everything I can.
Don't lie, you must have known about it. My father was Saber's master, and he destroyed the Holy Grail. You're the supervisor that manages the Holy Grail, so you must.
Oh, did Saber say that?
Yeah, I heard that's how the previous Holy Grail War ended. The priest sinks into silence as if pondering.
It is unusual for a servant to retain their previous memories. Maybe Saber is a failure, or Saber herself is abnormal. Either way, you cannot claim she is a normal servant. Heroic spirits do not retain memories. There would be contradictions if they did, since they are summoned into many ages. The past, present, and future. All they have are memories from when they were alive. Anything that happens to them after they become a heroic spirit should not remain in their memory.
The priest ponders as he must not assent to the fact. I see. He doesn't know that Saber isn't a complete heroic spirit yet, so he's having trouble understanding.
No, that's wrong. No. Is that you? Are you telling me? Are you telling me the secrets?
No, that's wrong. It seems that Saber's circumstances are different from the other servants.
Different circumstances? I see. So that must be why you came here. Alright, go ahead.
I don't like his haughty attitude, but this is no time to oppose him. I don't like it, but this priest might give me some answers. It seems Saber isn't dead yet.
Or we're just gonna tell him.
She still hasn't completed the contract to become a heroic spirit. Something like she wished for the Holy Grail on the verge of her death, and she agreed to become a heroic spirit as a price for obtaining it. So she isn't dead yet. She won't die until she obtains the Holy Grail, and she said she'll become a complete servant once she does so.
Not dead, then that must mean Saber is still in the cycle of rebirth. So she is not removed from the concept of time like other heroic spirits?
Right, I think that's it. Tosca said Saber's frozen in time by herself.
I see. So rather than disappearing after she accomplishes something, she continues to be summoned as a heroic spirit until she obtains the Holy Grail. But the Holy Grail has not yet been obtained, so she returns to her deathbed every time she fails. Wait, is this you?
But the Holy Grail War has
okay.
not yet been obtained, so she returns to her deathbed every time she fails, and she's been summoned at this time as well, bearing all her previous memories. Oh, well, it was you, but it's too late now. Just continue from here.
I was like, I'm nervous.
So am I going?
Yeah.
Ha! Obtaining the Holy Grail in order to die. I do not understand heroes. And even if she does obtain it, all that is left for her is to be summoned as a serpent. A serpent?
That's right. If she does obtain the Holy Grail and gets her wish granted, she'll just become like the other servants, right? I don't like that. Anyway, what are servants? They say it's making heroes your familiars, but can that even be possible for a contradictory hero like Saber?
I do not understand the system. Eternal continuation of the soul. The servant system is constructed by imitating that secret process. Only the deviser would know about this.
Eternal continuation of the soul?
No, that is just the past. It has nothing to do with this matter, so forget about it. So, Emiyashiro, you are saying that you want her to stop being a servant, correct?
Did he guess right? I certainly think Saber's situation is strange. It's fine that she wants to obtain the Holy Grail, but all that awaits her is her elimination. If a king other than King Arthur is chosen and King Arthur is no more, I think it's wrong for her to be summoned as the hero King Arthur after that. So if she can stop being a servant and live as a normal human being...
That is impossible. Dead people will not come back to life, even if her time has stopped. Saber is already dead for us. The power of the Holy Grail summons her into this time because she accepted the price of becoming a heroic spirit. If she does not seek the Holy Grail, she will not be summoned as a servant, and as long as she seeks the Holy Grail, she will become a complete servant sooner or later. Even if she fails this time, she has infinite chances. Since Saber is still in the loop of time, she cannot be in 2 chances to obtain the Holy Grail at once, and she cannot redo a chance she has already failed. She will fail a chance she has already failed no matter how many times she tries. Once she has experienced the result, she will not be able to change it. But still, it should only be a matter of time before she obtains the Holy Grail. This is not the only opportunity for her. Trials to obtain the Holy Grail exist in all ages. If she continues to challenge each one, she will obtain the Holy Grail. From the beginning, she is being summoned as a heroic spirit because she obtains the Holy Grail as a result. From the moment she appeared in front of you, there was no way to stop her from becoming a servant.
I thought so. As long as Saber seeks the Holy Grail, there's no way to stop her from being a servant. After all, she'll continue like this unless Saber herself decides to use the Holy Grail for her own sake. Even if this Holy Grail were to end and there's no need to fight anymore, she'll go on to the next chance to obtain the Holy Grail if she can't obtain it this time. Once she obtains it, she'll become this heroic spirit thing and be sent out to many ages.
Then she'll continue to be a servant whether she obtains... Oh, is that you? Shit.
Maybe. Then she'll continue to be a servant whether she obtains the Holy Grail or not?
No, that is not the case. If the Holy Grail is truly omnipotent, it will be able to save Saber.
Huh? But you just said that was impossible.
Yes, it is impossible to stop Saber from becoming a servant, but your wish is for her to stay in this world, is it not? Then it is not that difficult. You are able to keep her here as a human even after the Holy Grail War ends, although she will return once she dies.
How do I do that?
The heroic spirit and servants are... What is that word?
Spurious? Spurious?
Spurious? Normally, what is summoned as a heroic spirit does not have a mind.
Spurious. It means not being what it purports to be, false or fake.
Thank you, Google. It is summoned as a tool to meet an objective and disappears. But servants are different. They are the true body summoned by the Holy Grail, so they can live as humans just by keeping them in this world.
You can do such a thing? Saber said she disappeared when the Holy Grail was destroyed. Isn't it true that servants can't stay if the Holy Grail is gone?
Of course, the Holy Grail merely summons these servants, and it is the role of the Master to maintain them after that. But that is possible only because the Holy Grail is aiding the Master. The magical energy of a magus is not enough to maintain a servant. If one does not have a donor called the Holy Grail, their servant will disappear.
I thought so. Then...
No, if you do not have enough, all you need do is compensate for that. For servants, furnishing magical energy is only an act of compensation. It is their true nature to consume souls. If their existence starts to fade, it can be replenished using other souls.
What?
You know what this means, bitch?
Does that mean attacking random people like Shinji did? Don't be ridiculous. I can't do such a thing. First of all, Saber wouldn't want to stay if she had to go that far.
I see, then you would have to use the contents of the Holy Grail. It is simple. If you want Saber to live as a human being, have her consume the Holy Grail.
He must have predicted my response. The priest's expression tells me he was waiting to reach this conclusion from the beginning. You mean, have the Holy Grail grant my wish?
No, it has nothing to do with your wish. It is the contents of the Holy Grail itself. Did you not hear from Rin? Servants are able to start a second life by drinking the water of the Holy Grail. That only means they have become a familiar summoned in their age. In this age, their bodies will still be that of a servant, but they will be able to stay in this world as long as their master is alive.
But that means... that hasn't solved anything. Even if she can stay in this world, it's meaningless if she's still a servant. She can't exist without magical energy from her master, and even if she stays in this world like that, she returns to that hill after she dies. And Saber wouldn't do it. She isn't interested in a second life, and she said she's going to use the Holy Grail for another purpose. Oh, but first of all, the key to everything is the Holy Grail. Does it mean it still exists in this world? I get it. That just means I have to obtain the Holy Grail, right? But does the Holy Grail still exist? If my father destroyed it, then...
Then what?
If there's no Holy Grail, there's no reason to fight. This ridiculous fight is pointless.
You have no reason to fight, huh? Why do you say that now? You had no reason to fight from the very beginning.
As he says so. Time freezes. No reason to fight. That's what this priest told me before. At that time, I just became a master and I didn't have much of a reason to fight. That's why I ignored it, and I thought it was just sarcasm. But what about now? I have a reason to fight. If there's a Holy Grail, I want to end this fight and give it to Saber. I have a reason to fight. I have a reason to fight. So why do his words make my body shake so much that I want to vomit?
That's me, isn't it?
Yeah.
We'll forget about that for now. Now is not the time to open up your wounds.
I hear a voice. A voice I don't want to hear. But it makes my mysterious nausea stop.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay. There is a Holy Grail. The Holy Grail is only a vessel anyways. If it goes away, the preparer will prepare another one.
The preparer will prepare another one? Is the Holy Grail that easy to make?
It's a fucking sentence, dude. Just making the vessel is. Of course, one needs an appropriate skill, but the Holy Grail War could not come to be without such a skill. First of all, the Holy Grail is not a cup that received the blood of God. It was based on a magical pot passed down from ancient times. You should know about it if you are a magus. Utopia. It means an unreachable place in Greek. It is said that an omnipotent vessel exists there, and there were magi who tried to reproduce this oh fuck, I hate this word so much. Omnipotent vessel. They were the three families, Einsburn, Makiri, and Tosaka. They spent many generations researching the ritual to reproduce the omnipotent vessel and completed it 200 years ago. That was the first Holy Grail War, the ritual that summoned the omnipotent vessel to the artificial Holy Grail to open up the path. Why do you make me say it every time? I'm fine.
Einsburn? You mean Ilya's family? You mean Ilya's family?
Are you okay?
Yeah, is that a burp?
God damn, dude. Yes. The Einsburns specialized in the golden rule of the line. They were the best suited to make an imitation of the Holy Grail. But they cannot summon the Holy Grail with just that. They need a suitable land and a strong curse. The ones who provided these were the Tosaka and the Makiri. At that time, the Church and the Magic Association were in the middle of a bloody war. A far eastern land was chosen as the place for the ritual. Einsburn must have invited Tosaka in because Tosaka was in charge of the land around here, and their master was a master of summoning. For Einsburn, the summoning of the Holy Grail would be impossible without the help of Tosaka. But betrayal could easily occur with two families involved. They must have thought three should be involved as they also brought in the Makiri family. The Makiris are a family with history as well. They were the family most skilled with familiars. It was they that came up with the command spell to bind the servants. And they worked together to summon the Holy Grail, but when they succeeded, what came after was a bloody killing. The first summoning of the Holy Grail ended while they were busy killing each other. As generations passed, they made rules called the Holy Grail War and went back to cooperating, at least in form. Tosaka provided this land and the system to model the servants, and Makiri provided the command spell to bind these servants. And Einsburn supplies the vessel for the Holy Grail to dwell in. That is the cooperation they decided on.
The priest continues happily, as if something pleases him. But, I see. They say the Holy Grail War is a ritual, but Ilya's family was the original proposer.
It was the Einsburns that prepared the Holy Grail. As they were betrayed by Kiritsugu last time, they have thrown in their greatest trump card, The daughter of Vinesburn probably holds the Holy Grail.
Ilya has the Holy Grail? That's weird. I don't think she had anything with her.
Well, are you happy now? I do not know what troubles you, but the only way to solve it is to use the Holy Grail. Now that you know that, go home. The battle is not yet over. You are crazy to be walking around without having Saber by your side.
True. That's none of your business. I know there's still Lancer's Master.
I'm fine. I'm
Hold
fine.
There's one more thing I need to ask him. Kodamine, servants will disappear once the Holy Grail disappears. That's what you said, right?
Yes, do you have a problem with that?
I do. I don't know who it is, but there's an 8th servant. According to Saber, he's remained in this world since the previous war.
Hold on, Emiya Alter is on raid up right now? Hold on. Do it. Okay, don't let me roll. I'm not rolling. Everything's fine.
You want another archer?
I don't need another archer. I don't care how beautiful he is. What?
It must have been a surprise. Kodamine opens his eyes and mutters in disbelief. What's going on? I came here since I thought you would know.
So, you're saying there's a servant that did not disappear? It is not that strange. The previous war ended with Saber destroying the Holy Grail. So in other words, there was still another servant left. Saber disappeared by her own will, but if a servant wished to stay, then the answer is simple. He must have acquired magical energy by feeding on souls and lived these past 10 years. Jesus.
That's ridiculous. His presence was absurd. You or my father certainly would have noticed that that thing had been around for 10 years.
I know. Someone was probably hiding him. The servant's master or...
Or what?
A magus who knew about the Holy Grail War but did not become a master. I know one such person, but that is impossible as well. The old Makiri has already retired.
Kodamine must be satisfied as he gets up from the sofa.
This is it. I cannot let this be. As a supervisor, I shall investigate that servant. You should concentrate on your remaining battle with Lancer.
Kodamine walks to the exit as if there's nothing more to talk about. Well, there's certainly nothing more to be gained from being here. I leave the dark room and follow Kodamine, who leads me to the exit silently. I leave the church. Behind me.
Saber will die once she obtains the Holy Grail. You know what that means, don't you, Emiya Shiro?
The priest asks as if confirming it. The priest is looking down at me from the doorway. Saber will die if she obtains the Holy Grail. I already know that. Saber's goal is to obtain the Holy Grail, and she doesn't want the Holy Grail's power. Once she obtains the Holy Grail, nothing will bind her. She'll be freed from her situation, frozen on the verge of death, and she'll die an unrewarded death on that hill.
Ooh, sorry.
What's wrong? You're not the type to give that kind of warning, are you?
I was just happy that you were supporting Saber. I am warning you out of kindness. Saber will disappear once she obtains the Holy Grail. If you wish to be with her, you should give up the Holy Grail.
That's even more of a contradiction. I won't be able to keep Saber here if I don't have the Holy Grail.
You do not need to rely on the Holy Grail. It's just like that servant we were talking about. If you want to keep Saber, all you need to do is feed her souls.
Don't play with me, I can't do that. I glare at the priest.
I see that as too bad.
He must not even care about my glare as the priest is laughing.
and your only hope is the contents of the Holy Grail. Even if your servant does not wish it, all you have to do is keep one command spell. Your wish will be granted that way.
The priest is saying that doesn't matter even if Saber doesn't want it. That if I'm a master, I can just force Saber to drink using the power of the command spell.
Oh, did I offend you? Don't glare at me so much. That was just a warning. Well, you could also respect Saber's choice. It is her life. We have no right to say anything about it. I shall investigate that servant tomorrow. Come here again if you feel like it.
The door to the church closes. Looking up at the towering church, I leave this place. I cross the moonlit bridge. This is the place where I walked with Saber. At that time, I was just looking at the scenery, not thinking about anything. Saber will die if she obtains the Holy Grail. You know what that means, Emiyashiro? I know. I know without him telling me. Why is everything so complicated? Saber must not obtain the Holy Grail. But it's the only thing that can save her. If you wish to be with her, you should give up the Holy Grail. If you want to keep Saber, all you need to do is feed her souls. I can't do that. Even if I accepted that, Saber wouldn't. She'd rather disappear than do such things. She would disappear and repeat this kind of war? Then keep one command spell. That way your wish shall be granted. Damn, shut up! I stop and punch at the rails as if shaking off the command spell. A hard steel sound echoes through the night. Ow. That's the only sound around here. There's no people nor cars around. Damn, why am I even thinking about it? I lean on the rail and spit it out. I know I should just ignore Kotomine's opinion. But his words had a charm that made me unable to ignore them. What did I want to do, and what was I trying to fight for? At first it was to end the Holy Grail War. When did that purpose fade away and become secondary? Was it when I was obstinate about fighting by myself?
Oops.
Ah! Was it when I decided to cooperate with Saber after I painfully realized how powerless I was? Or is it from that time I made a sword for her after that night in the ruins? I'm just trying to deceive myself with all that. I don't even need to think about it. Back then, when I met her in the moonlight in that shed, my mind was already made up. But that would have been fine. If I hadn't found out because of the dreams, this probably would have ended before I knew it. But I found out. I couldn't leave her alone and decided I didn't want to lose her. I want to stay like this. I want to keep watching her smile. Ow. The girl watching the sunset alone on that hill of swords. My chest hurts thinking back to it.
I don't know why that's so funny.
She never had time that was her own. I just don't like that. Kutsugi said we shouldn't let girls cry. I think a smiling face is much better than a crying one. That's why I was irritated when Saber wasn't smiling. But when I told her to smile, she said that it was better if she saw me smiling. It's like seeing stars through a telescope that you can never reach. Damn it. I look up at the night sky. Looking up at the star I can never reach. Drip. An unnoticed tear falls down my cheek. I like her. I say so to no one. However dull I am, I have to admit it. There's nothing I can do about it. I like her so much that I can cry for no reason.
Welcome back. You were pretty late.
And then Tosca standing in the doorway. Tosca? Why are you...
Let's talk inside. Come in. You seem tired.
She takes my arm without asking me and starts to walk. And takes me to her room.
Oh. Here's some tea. It must have been cold outside.
She says so rather bluntly, but she's thoughtful. Yeah, thanks. Honestly, I appreciate the hot tea. It's about an hour to the neighboring town. Since I walk slowly, my body's freezing cold.
Should have taken the fucking bike, dude. So, did you go to Kirei's place?
She asked me directly. I see, so Tosca knew all along. But she didn't even stop me, just waited for me to come home, prepared me some tea. I've made up my mind, and I appreciate Tosca's thoughtfulness. That must be why. Yeah, I did. I had something I wanted to ask him. I reply honestly, not hiding anything.
I see. I won't ask what you went to do. That's fine with you, right?
Yeah, I wasn't anything too useful either. Just confirm the situation.
I see. But I'm surprised that Saber isn't a complete servant yet. It's like a bad joke that the strongest servant is the least complete.
Yeah, Saber shouldn't have become a servant. I nod.
That's a surprise. Maybe you and Archer could have gotten along. He said the same thing you did.
Huh? Archer, you mean...
Yeah, Archer said he regrets it, so he doesn't want Saber to experience the same thing.
Why would he worry about Saber? Didn't he hate her?
That's true, but I think he might have been a knight with some connection to Saber. He was obviously going easy when he first fought Saber, right? I suspected it after that.
Really? But it didn't seem like Saber recognized him.
Is that so? But Saber was the king, right? So she can't have known all her people. There's also the possibility that she's forgotten him. Oops. Okay, yeah, that's fine.
Hey now, we'll never get anywhere if you start saying things like that. If she sees him and doesn't recognize him, I think that means she doesn't know him.
That might not be true. According to the legend, there were many knights that got chased out of Camelot. He might have been one of them. If he was hiding his identity because of Saber, that would make sense.
Tosca's actively talking to me. Is she trying to care for me? I don't think it's having much effect, but she's a nice girl. She's usually merciless, but she tries to help people when they're weakened.
She's like, not in love with you, sorry.
Yeah, it's a good thought.
Like, I guess.
And so we drink tea together for a while.
Oh man, my wallpaper changed on Wallpaper Engine and it's a cute Naruto one. I was really confused at first, but I had to stop for a second because it was adorable.
She must have run out of patience as she looks at me seriously.
So, what do you want to do, Shiro?
14 months OWO webchu page less than 3 less than 3 less than 3 less than 3 less than 3.
You don't get to see the pop-up, I'm sorry. Oh, we just missed it. Thanks for the resub.
Head pats for Fury. Where are my hands? Hands, please. Okay, no hands, sorry. There we go. Head pats. So, what do you want to do, Shiro?
I'll go on a date tomorrow. I can't think of anything else. I already decided so on my way home. And then... where did that solemn atmosphere go? After making a really rude face, Tosca. Burst into laughter.
Hold on. I wasn't ready for that. That's great. That's so amazingly selfish, Shiro.
Damn, now that I think about it calmly, I should have known this was going to happen. I'm such an idiot. Shut up! What's wrong with being selfish? I know this isn't the right time, but I won't let you interfere.
No. Shiro, you're too funny.
Tosuke hits my back, holding her stomach. Gah. Could this be the worst treatment I've taken so far?
Oh, I'm laughing my heart out.
That's good for you. It's not funny at all for me.
Do your best on the date. I like you guys.
Tosuke says so. Her attitude completely changed. Yeah, I will. That was a real surprise attack. If she says that kind of a thing with that kind of an expression, all I can do is nod.
For the love of God, go to bed!
I return to my room. Saber's still asleep, and the mansion's quiet like nothing's happened.
Gotta go to the fucking shed, aren't we? You motherfucker.
It was raining today, but what will the weather be like tomorrow? Looking up the moving clouds, I step out of character and wish for it to be sunny tomorrow.
It's the longest day of my entire life. Oh my god, we're going on a date on Valentine's Day. Oh my god!
I didn't even think about that.